Welcome back into Rounding Third Baseball, episode 358, Field of Dreams Watch Party. I'm Nick. Harrison will join us later. We're just going to live watch the Field of Dreams party game. You guys can come up with any discussion topics you want to talk about. We do want to talk about the fourth out rule at some point, but I'll wait for Harrison to get on to have the regular show. Do have some movie trivia because, Field of Dreams kind of triggered that nostalgia for me. So we do have some movie trivia, but that will be later on in the show. But as we get going, but first, make sure you follow and like us on Facebook. You can subscribe on YouTube. You can also follow on Instagram, Rumble, and TikTok. You can also listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. We have our affiliate sponsors, Logitech, MLB Shop, and Lids. You can find these links on the tops of all of our socials. So if you do any shopping with these companies, please do it through our links as we get a nice little kickback with no additional cost to you. Just a great way to support the show. We also have our Etsy store. If you search Rounding 3RD Baseball, we have sweatshirts, t-shirts, tumblers, phone cases. We have some stuff with our new logo on there. We did have somebody buy a t-shirt, and we are going to most likely refund that. I don't like the way it came out, so we are going to revamp that t-shirt. But yeah, you can check us out there. We have a whole bunch of stuff on the Etsy store. So like I said, we will get to the fourth out rule when Harrison gets on here. But until then, we are watching the Field of Dreams on Netflix as of right now. I know we're a little bit early here, but Schwarber led off the game with a home run. Phillies scratched across another one. We usually see these games pretty high scoring. The first one we saw was, Yankees, White Sox, ever, and that one was a crazy game back and forth. But yeah, these are typically high scoring games, and Schwarber leads off with an absolute bomb into the corn to lead us off. So we'll see how it goes here. I'm pulling for the Twins here, but we will see. How are you guys feeling about that? Do you guys love the Field of Dreams games? As a spark nostalgia for you? How do you guys feel about this event altogether? I thought that the first year was incredible, bringing out Kevin Costner and having it narrated by James Earl Jones and all of that stuff. Thought it was pretty amazing. Do you think it's run its course? Do you think it's good that they do this, every year? This is the first time in a couple years that they've done it, because we had the Rickwood game. We had the racetrack game in Bristol. That was an absolute mess because that one got rained out, but would have been pretty cool. What's your overall feeling on the Field of Dreams games? Do you think it's gimmicky? Do you guys like it still? Should it be one every year, every other year? What are your thoughts on it? Personally, I like the fact that MLB is trying to do different things with trying to grow their audience, especially, next year. We all know what's coming up. I do like the idea that they tried to do it at the racetrack, right? You're trying to get in front of new fans. You're trying to grow the game. I do love that aspect of the MLB trying to promote it outside of baseball fans. Unfortunately, the weather didn't cooperate, so kind of a flop there. But I do like the Field of Dreams game. I think at this point, if they do it more than once, talked about it last night on Clearing the Bases, it gets a little gimmicky if you do it more than once. So yeah, how's it going, Krista? Good to see you. Yeah, I think if you keep doing the Field of Dream games like over and over and over again, I think eventually it will run its course. But what are some other things that the MLB can do to, make a special event like Rickwood or like, the racetrack game? What are some other ideas the MLB could do? Not really sure. I do love it for teams, fans in the Midwest. I know they only sit 8,000 in this stadium, right? Not a big stadium to house a lot of fans. But I do love that MLB kind of goes to this section of the country where there isn't much baseball. You have minor league baseball, but I think it's kind of cool to bring this opportunity to Iowa for sure. Brandon says instead of going to a foreign country, they should have opening day at Field of Dreams. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate that idea. It's just I think for MLB looking at this, and again, we talked about this last night on Clearing the Bases, is it only seats 8,000 people, right? And if MLB is looking at it from a money spot, opening day, all-star game, those are all kind of cool opportunities. It would be to use Field of Dreams. But when you can only sit 8,000 people, you lose a lot of money. So I don't think that will ever necessarily happen. But it's still a really cool thing that they do. But when will it run its course? Are they going to let every team eventually play through here, or what? I think you got to keep it fairly historic teams to go here, right? Or it just doesn't really make sense, like to have like Marlins and Diamondbacks or the Rockies and Rays, right? Like, doesn't really have the same ring to it. Like, I feel like it has to be Yankees, Red Sox, White Sox, Phillies, A's, right? Those historic franchises that have been around for 100 years. The Reds, Cubs, right? They had that a couple of years ago. I think that was the last one before this one. So this is the third game, so we had Yankees, White Sox first one, then we had Cubs and Reds. It took a year or two off, and now we got Phillies and Twins here. So I think you got to keep it semi old franchises. I think maybe Mike Reed says, I think maybe every other year and need some better matchups. I agree with that for sure. And Silix, yes, 1,000% with you. Oh, there we go. Keishall, did he get it? Back to the wall. Yep, Luke Keishall, solo shot. There we go, 2-1. Second home run already. We're in the third. Or are we in the bottom of the second? I think we might be bottom of the second still. But yeah, bottom of the second, 2-1, 2 bombs already. This is what we'll see for sure. Yeah, Silix says, I wish we still had some of the older parks like Forbes, Griffith, Old Comiskey, and do opening games in the historic stadiums. That would be incredible. Give me the Polo Grounds, give me Ebbets Field, give me all of those, right? It would absolutely be incredible to have opening day at those old stadiums. For sure, I'm with you. But yeah, so we got 2-1, bottom of the second. We're on pace for a 18-17 final score here. I think the first year between the Yankees and Cubs, Yankees and White Sox, that was a pretty high scoring game. I think it was like 12-11. I'm gonna check right here. It was something like that. Field of Dreams here. I'm just looking it up real quick. Yeah, it was the first ever. It was 2021. The White Sox won 9-8. It had 8 home runs in that game. So Judge a 3-run homer, Valera and Jose Abreu both for the White Sox. In the 9th inning, Judge hit another home run to cut the deficit to 1. And then Tim Anderson, who just officially retired, by the way, hit a 2-run walk-off homer into right field. So pretty cool there. Fenway and Wrigley should always host opening day or night games. Well, the thing with that, Silix, is the Red Sox usually always start on the road because Fenway Park's not ready. It's too cold in April. Sometimes they still have snow. They got to bring in helicopters and dry it off. It would be incredible if they did. I just don't think it's really sustainable for the Red Sox to open up that early, and especially when the season's opening at the end of March now. Like, Boston's not ready for opening day. The field's not anyways. And I think that's the problem with a lot of these northern teams that, don't have roofs, right? Obviously the Blue Jays are fine. With a Rogers Center, they can just close the roof. They're good. But Fenway can't, Minnesota probably can't. They got to, deal with the weather. Yeah. I mean, there's that as well. I get it. But I would love it. I would love it if they could, but goodness, man, I losing a ground ball in the snow would be something. So I don't think they could actually do that. But all right, so Phillies are heading into the third, up 2-1 here. Oh nope, sorry, just 2 outs. Um, so another opportunity for a mic'd up moment. So they're talking to Brandon Marsh right now. I obviously have the volume down, so I don't know what they're talking about. But we have talked about in-game interviews, whether we like it or not. But pretty cool. Maybe not starting the season before April 1st would be a good start. Yeah, Mike Reed, I'm with you. I don't know why the season keeps creeping up earlier and earlier. I don't really understand it, to be honest. It just, I don't get it. The only way I can really see them keeping it as early as they are now is if they're gonna give them more of a break at the All-Star week. If they're gonna give them a full week off, then fine. Like I have no issues with them starting in late March, but I know a couple years ago when it was like the Dodgers and Cubs started in Japan, their first game was March 17th, and then the regular season didn't start getting amped up until the 27th. So it was like they started opening day, took a 10-day break, and then started the regular season. I don't understand that, but the snow games in Detroit and Cleveland in the spring are fun. Yeah, Colorado usually has a couple. Yeah, you're right, Joseph. It's pretty cool to see the snow coming down while they're trying to play some baseball, but yeah, it's just wild. I think I remember seeing Miguel Cabrera hitting one through the snow, hitting a home run through the snow. It's wild. As someone that played Maine baseball, man, it is not pleasant. Metal bats, wood bats, it is not pleasant to play in that weather. That means it's 32 degrees if it's snowing or around that, and it is miserable if you don't barrel one up. Even if you do barrel one up, it's pretty miserable. Silik says, I love the nostalgia of the older stadiums, and they're still some of my favorite to go watch a game. Yeah, absolutely. I always say like Fenway outside, like in the concourse, it's not in great shape. Like it's a dump. It's not a great stadium. But when you walk up the ramp and you see the field for the first time and you see the green monster, man, it gives you chills. It's incredible. So I'm with you. I haven't been to Wrigley yet. I need to get there. I was so close this summer, but they were out of town when I was doing my Minnesota Milwaukee trip. So couldn't quite get to Wrigley, but that's gonna be one of my next 2 trips for sure. Is to get to Chicago and see Wrigley. Yeah, it's fun while I'm in my living room. I agree, Joseph, right? If someone else is doing it, that's fine. Yeah, it's fun for me as well. But Silik says, I remember a snow game in September in Colorado that Galarraga hit one up so high, people were just covering up because they couldn't see it. Yeah, once it gets, you're looking straight up into the snow, forget it. You're not gonna be able to track that. It's tough. Kind of almost like the fog was in Wrigley a few weeks ago. Pretty wild. But yeah, don't give me any of that. The snow stuff. Sorry, Harrison's texting me. He's gonna be popping on here in a little bit, but yeah. So, what do you guys think about other events that the MLB could possibly do? Do you think they could go back to these old Negro League stadiums and redo them, remodel them? Would that help grow the game? I know the Rick Wood Field. We tried to get it so like Willie Mays was there with us, but we obviously know like he passed like just before that. What do you guys think that the MLB could also do? Have the racetrack games, have the Rickwood games. I love the Little League Classic. That needs to happen every year, like it already does. What are your thoughts on other events that they could do? Use the yellow banana ball in the snow games. That'd be incredible. Silik says Wrigley is great, but I like Fenway a little more. Unlike a lot of people, really like Camden Yards as well. I loved Camden Yards. It's in my top 5 of stadiums I've been to so far. I'm officially halfway done. My stadium tour, I got 15 out of 30 done. I love Camden Yards. It's top 5. I think the place is incredible. I loved it. I don't get the hate for Camden, but yeah, I mean Fenway's my home ballpark. It will always be number one for me. And the old historic stadiums that still stand should be considered part of history and have to be restored. Yeah. I got the opportunity in college to play down in Fort Myers and all of that stuff. So we got to play at some of the old, like the old spring training stadiums. We played at the old Phillies spring training stadium before they just built their new one in Tampa. So we've been there, Fort Myers. And there's a lot of spring training complexes down there that have that old field. So we played at like the old Tigers one. That one was really cool. It's like, cement all the way around. It just had a really old feel to it, and those fields were awesome to play on. And they still take really good care of them, but they don't hold enough seats. It would be more like this. They can only sit 5,000 to 8,000 people. But really loved the opportunity to play in those stadiums. It was really cool. But yeah, for me, I don't know what else they could do. I mean, maybe you put a game at Cooperstown during Hall of Fame week. Maybe that's something. You have the Hall of Fame Classic between two games there, between two teams there. I know we were kind of talking about the matchup here at the Field of Dreams. I think they're kind of at the mercy of what the schedule dictates before, right? Because the schedule comes out like 2027 is already out now. So you have to kind of match it up to the best you can. And maybe the Phillies and Twins are the best matchup right now to put here at this time. I don't know what the other series are around the league, but maybe sorry, my dogs. You good? All right. Maybe these are the two oldest teams that are playing against each other at the time, so maybe that's why they have this matchup here. But Silic says Camden is easy to get in and out of, and the entrance exits are located in perfect areas, and the prices are fairly cheap. Yeah, Sean Harrison and I went to Camden for a baseball trip. We loved it. We saw Cedric Mullins hit for the cycle, but love how the concourse just like flows right onto Utah Street back there in right field. It was really cool ballpark. I loved it. Like I said, it's top 5 for me. Yeah, Nico, your Mariners squeak out a 1-0 win. Hey, man, I mean, a win's a win, but I mean, one run is not going to get it done. Going down the stretch, they got to find some more offense. But hey, a win is a win. So good for your boys. We'll take that. But yeah. So how are we feeling the rest of the way here coming down the stretch? Red Sox got off the skid there. They were, had lost 5 in a row. They won 7-0 against the Blue Jays today. Yankees are going into Toronto. How are we feeling going down the stretch with it? Yeah. The Tigers keep winning. It's absolutely insane, man. They're what now 9-1 in their last 10 or something like that. I mean, Tigers are rolling without Skubal, and we talked again a little bit about this on Clearing the Bases last night. Was Skubal a distraction for the Tigers? We think about the arbitration. They were trying to extend him. He was withholding the elbow injury. Then the elbow injury happens. Was Skubal just too much for the Tigers' young kids and organization to handle? And was he a distraction? I'm starting to think yes. So, man. Ryan lives near Dyersville, so if you've never been there, I highly suggest it. Yeah, so when I was up in Minnesota with Forrest and Baseball History Dork and John Carter, we were talking about it because they were saying rain, and it was only 3 hours from Forrest. So we're like, hey, if we get rained out on Sunday, maybe we'll take the 3-hour drive to Field of Dreams. We almost pulled the trigger on that. It would have been incredible. But yeah, that's definitely bucket list for me. So I definitely need to get out there to see it. All right, so yeah, Cubs and Reds was the second Field of Dreams game. Cubs beat the Reds 4-2. The Cubs got 3 runs in the first. Nick Madrigal was 3 for 5. Man. Oh, and that's when Griffey and Senior came out for the moment. Hey, Dad, do you want to have a catch? Pretty cool moment there. Johnny Bench, Andre Dawson, Ryan Sandberg were all there for appearances. The late Ryan Sandberg, pretty cool. And Kevin Costner narrated the tribute. Oh, that's right, because Ray Liotta passed away, so he did a tribute to him at that time. But pretty cool. Silix did an in-depth look recently into win-loss records, and actually the Dodgers against winning teams only have the 10th best record and have the first against under 500 teams. Yeah, the Dodgers are, I'm looking at them. I've watched them play the last couple nights, and their offense is kind of streaky too. Mookie Betts is starting to find it again a little bit, which might be scary. But the Dodgers are going to be there. Right, it's regular season. They do this every year. They're gonna be fine for the playoffs. They're gonna be tuned up and ready to go when the postseason hits. Blake Snell looked like he hasn't missed a beat. He comes back 7 innings, 1 run, couple hits scattered. I mean, Blake Snell looked like he's been pitching all year. So the Dodgers are gonna be fine, man. It's their offense is a little inconsistent, but they will be fine for sure. Ryan said, lost my old man in 19. My first visit to Dyersville was in 20. Hit me right in the feels. I'm sure, man. I can't even imagine what that felt like. It must have been, man, emotional overload for sure. Braves, Yankees, Brewers are top 3 against winning teams. And yeah, that kind of makes sense. But yeah, I mean, there's still a ton of baseball left, right? We still got a month and a half left-ish. A lot can play out in that month and a half. I think the Red Sox are looking good. Like I said, obviously I kind of focused on them. They're my team. They got to find out who they are, right? The winning streak's over. Their historic July is over. They got to figure out who they are. They're somewhere in between there. So we will see what happens with them. Yankees will be fine. They got everybody coming back except for Judge. We still don't really know the timetable on him, but they'll be okay. But the races to get in the NL wild card and the AL wild card are going to be something to watch down the stretch. I mean, we do have a lot of teams that are playing each other. I think the Diamondbacks and Padres play each other for the last series of the season. That's going to be incredible to watch because both of them could be playing for a playoff spot at that time. The Padres have jumped over the Diamondbacks for second in the West and the wild card. So we will see what happens there. But if the season ended today, Braves and Brewers get the bye. Oh, well, I don't know what the head-to-head Braves and Dodgers are. They're tied for the record right now. Brewers have the highest record, so they would get a bye. I don't know what Braves and Dodgers would be at right now, but Dodgers could be in the wild card round, which is crazy. Tampa Bay still rolling. They just swept a road trip. They went 9-0 on their road trip. They're 74-46, man. Rays are just running away with the AL East right now, so they haven't fallen off like we've usually seen. So are the Rays a legitimate contender? Maybe. Astros are up by a game and a half in the West. White Sox are 2.5 up on the Tigers, but the Tigers are hot. We will see what happens there, but a lot of good races coming down the stretch. Silix says, I heard a reporter today say that he feels the MVP for both leagues is already locked, and there has to be a major fall off for Yordan and PCA to lose. He said he's talked to a lot of voters. Yeah, and I think it's not even really close. We broke it down the other day, and I think it has to be PCA and the NL. If Shohei was still on the mound, then we have a discussion, right? The way he pitched in the first half, he was lights out. But it's PCA, both sides of the ball. The dude's elite, so it has to be him now. And Jordan, with Aaron Judge out, and no one else really competing with him for home runs, RBIs, all that stuff, it has to be him. I don't even know if I can come up with a second place MVP candidate in the AL right now. I mean, you could argue Wilson Contreras a little bit, but he's still not the same production that Jordan Alvarez is doing. He's, in my eyes, far above everybody else in the league. But yes. All right, we got a runner on for the Twins, one out, bottom of the third. We don't have ABS for this game, right? I'm pretty sure they didn't install it for Field of Dreams, so it's back to the quote-unquote old rules, if you will. Because I haven't seen a challenge yet. There's probably been a couple times where we could have seen one. So I don't think we got ABS for this game. They might have said, I haven't listened to the pregame or anything like that, but let me know if they do or not. But I don't think they do. Sillick says the Rays are so freaking balanced, it's scary. They don't have amazing anything, but don't seem to have a single weakness and play to other teams' weaknesses. Yeah, the Rays are, you nailed it. They are balanced, and Junior Caminero is still raking. That dude just tied Jordan Alvarez, I think, last night for the league lead in homers. So he's going to keep going. That kid is a beast. Yandy Diaz is a base hitting machine. The Rays are scary. They are. Let's check it out right now. We got hitting leaders. So yeah, Schwarber just hit, his 36 tonight. Jordan, Junior Caminero, and Matt Olson. Matt Olson's the other one that could be a sneaky MVP pick in the NL. He's got 35 homers. But it's PCAs, I think, to have, because he's hitting 281. He's got 27 homers. He's drove in 73. It's PCA for me, because the defensive metrics are also off the chart for PCA. But let's see here. In the AL, Jordan Alvarez has now got a pretty big lead in the batting average. He's 322. Lopez and Arise are 314 and 313, respectively. But right now we have 9 people that qualify over 300, which is crazy. I mean, that's more than last year. I think last year we had 8. But we have McCarthy from the Rockies at 300. Diaz is at 302. Gabby Moreno, 305. Freeman at 306. Nick Gonzalez at 307. Chandler Simpson at 307. And you got Arise, 313. Lopez, 314. And Alvarez at 322. So Triple Crown for him is still within reach. Abrams has jumped up to 91 RBIs. Alvarez is at 87, tied with Stewart. So Abrams is still driving in runs. It's absolutely insane. The last time I saw a year like PCA defensively and offensively combined was 2000 with Andrew Jones, and that year was amazing for Jones. Yeah, to have somebody elite on both sides of the ball, you don't see much. And we've talked about how defense has really taken a step back lately because the ball's not put in play. So these guys don't have to make defensive plays anymore other than the routine ones, because no one puts the bat on the ball. So yeah, but he covers so much ground out there in Wrigley. It's wild what he does. Another swinging bunt. Wow. Nice play by Bryson Stott over there. Wow. Brian Taylor, why do I hate PCA's face so much? I need to work on myself. Well, I mean, it's because you love your Cardinals, man. Of course you're going to hate anybody that's on the Cubs. It makes sense. Totally makes sense. Corbin Carroll's got 14 triples. Do we see him reach 20? We got a month and a half left. Does Corbin Carroll get to 20 triples? And he's got the lead he's doubled Pete Crow Armstrong, who also has 7. Does Corbin Carroll get to 20 triples? It's pretty crazy. Evan Carter has been making some great plays in Texas these last few weeks. Yeah, he's good, but again, he's another guy just can't stay on the field. Um, I'd love to see what a full season of him looks like. I know he came up with a lot of fanfare as well. Then I think the Rangers sent him back down to work on some stuff. But I'm going to be honest, I haven't watched a ton of Texas Rangers games this year. But I mean, they have some good pieces there. I don't know if they're going to stay in it or make a run. Um, I haven't decided on them yet. Yes, they're a game and a half back, but do they sustain? They're a tough team to judge. Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, right now they are in the wild card race. They would have to be a tiebreaker between them and the Tigers. So right now, your wild card teams are the Yankees and the Red Sox are in the 1 and 2 spots in the wild card. Tigers and Rangers are tied. The Twins are a half game back. Guardians a game and a half. And the Blue Jays are only 2, which is crazy. They've been playing good ball lately. They've been winning some series. They're 6-4 in their last 10, but they've been playing better. But they're 5 games under 500. It's crazy that, and the Baltimore Orioles also 2 games under 500. 2 games out of the wild card. This AL is just an absolute crap heap of teams and records. I really don't know how it's going to play out. It could be anybody's game. Silic says it's sad seeing the defense in MLB. So when I see really good D, I tend to pay attention more. And I'm with you. I love watching good defense, good pitching. I know it doesn't sell, but man, I love watching a guy that is good with a glove. By the way, I was yelling about Hunter Green being a viable trade piece. Yeah, that didn't age well. My bad. Yeah, I think that's why we didn't see him move. Is he already had some questions about the elbow? The Reds knew. And here we go, going under the knife again. That is a guy that is absolutely a big what if for me. All the talent in the world, can't stay on the field. Really tough to see a guy like that go down all the time with injuries like he has. Really, really tough. We got Roger Clemens in the booth for this. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so AL playoff picture, wild card picture looks absolutely insane. That's going to be a fun race. Out of the teams that are out of it right now, the Twins, the Guardians, Blue Jays, Orioles, I'll even throw the Mariners in there, who are 3.5 out. Do they figure out a way to get into the wild card? Some of those teams have a lot of teams to kind of leap, but can you see any of them get on a heater and sneak into the wild card spot there? Silic says, Tim Kirchin said in about 6 years he won't be surprised if the top 5 players in the MLB are all shortstops because of the young guys in the league and coming up. That's high praise coming from him. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. You got JJ Weatherholt. You've got a plethora of young shortstops that could, and they're the center of attention when it comes to defense as well, right? They're the commanders of the infield. I could totally understand that for sure. Seeing shortstops be the cornerstone across the league, like that's going to be the position to be. And you might see the market go where, it's back where like Corey Seager got paid the top contract. Guys like that might be valued a lot higher, but we'll see what happens with the CBA and all of that to determine what the contracts might look like. But yeah, he listed like 12 guys. Yeah, I'm sure there's a ton of them. So would be pretty incredible. But yeah, let's see. Young shortstops in the game right now. I mean, you can just start listing them. I mean, yeah, Bobby Witt, De La Cruz, Montgomery, Wilson. I mean, they're all going to get paid when their time comes up. I think Wilson got the extension, so he's good. Montgomery, I don't know if they've signed an extension with the White Sox yet. But yeah, Weatherholt, all those guys coming up that are young are going to get paid. and they are the centerpieces of those teams going forward. It's insane, and we're just gonna see more and more young kids come up and make impacts for sure. But all right, got top of the fourth. We got one on first base, no outs. Still 2-1 Phillies here. But yeah, Kevin McGonigal and Jesus Mate. Yeah, he's not even up yet. He'll be here. There's gonna be some guys for sure that are gonna be insane. But McGonigal's gonna get MVP votes. He's gonna most likely win Rookie of the Year. Although Peyton Toley's surging late. Toley he had another start today, 8 innings of no runs given up. The start before that, he had 14 Ks. So he's definitely put himself in the running for Rookie of the Year. Just actually pulled his rookie card in a pack today. So pretty cool. Pretty pumped about that. But yeah, the game's in great hands with these young kids. It's going to be fun to watch baseball. Well, starting back in 2028, obviously. But it's going to be a blast to watch these young kids make an impact on the game and keep it rolling. Man, Justin Crawford looks just like his old man. It's crazy. He looks just like Carl Crawford. It's nuts. But yeah. NL wild card is going to be interesting as well. I don't know. We got Cubs up by 7 games. They're in. Padres are up a game because they just leapt over the Diamondbacks, and the Phillies are in that last spot, tied with the D-backs in that last wild card spot. Marlins are 2 out. Cardinals are 2.5. Washington's 4.5. Reds are 5. Pirates are 5.5. And Skeens looks like he's in trouble. His velocity just keeps dipping, and we don't really know why. But I heard a great Toley comparison. Guys said a pissed off in shape David Wells. That's incredible. That's awesome. What's up, Harrison?
Oh, living the dream, Nick. How we doing?
Yes. Not a whole lot. Just talking with these guys, watching the Field of Dreams in the background here.
It's on Netflix. I totally forgot.
Yep. And this is the only game on right now. I think there's 2 late games at 10:05, but it's kind of in the spotlight here. Harrison just showed up out of the blue. Yeah. I knew he was coming on late. I gave him a heads up. I was like, hey, I'm going to hop on around 8 for the Field of Dreams game. And he's like, I'll get there when I can. So
yeah, I got home like 25 minutes ago. I told Nick, I'm like, I'll be on as fast as I can.
Yeah. So it's all good. So yeah, we just kind of ran down through like the other matchups of like the Field of Dreams, like the Yankees, White Sox, did the Reds and Cubs. And I threw this question out to them, Harrison, was at what point does this particular game, the Field of Dreams game, become gimmicky? Do you think it could?
I mean, I think it could become gimmicky if they try to make it like a spectacle versus kind of like a way to honor the kind of the beauty of that movie. If they try to turn this into one of like I saw the intro where like Kevin Costner's on the mound and the guys start coming through the cornfield. It's like that's cool because it honors the movie. As long as it stays true to just kind of honoring the movie and the history that movie represents for all of us, I think it's fine. When you try to turn this into a media circus with all these guests and performers and all this other nonsense like the All-Star game, then it begins to feel gimmicky.
Yeah.
It's no different than like the Rickwood game. If you turn that into like a media spectacle with all these like goofy musical acts and all that other bullshit, then I think you make it a gimmick. But if you honor the tradition and history, it feels like it's something special.
Yeah, and it's something that they can really only do one a year, right? Like one of these special events a year, and then it kind of, if you do more than one, it kind of gets out of hand.
Yeah, I think what makes it nice is that it's kind of one and done. Like it comes around once, you do it, it's cool, everybody watches to check it out, and then you don't come back to it. If you're doing this like once a month, twice a year, I think it becomes routine, and that takes the fun out of it. Like when you make it something people just expect to see on a certain frequency, it just becomes boring.
Yeah. Now, the only one that I do want to see every year, and I think MLB has gotten it right, is the Little League Classic. Like you
Oh
always
yeah.
have to have a team there, and
That,
it's for the kids. And
yep.
it's done for the right reasons.
Yes, and
Oh,
that one I think is so important because it is such an amazing like moment for those kids.
oh, he had it.
Literally, I get a drink
Oh,
and I miss I miss it.
oh, he had it. Oh man, no.
Another
Schwarber,
Schwarbomb.
another Schwarbomb, but he had it at the wall, man, off his glove and into the corn. Oh man. Oh, he had that.
Oh, just off
Oh,
the tip of his glove.
dang, man.
Baseball is a game of inches. In that case, it might have been like a half an inch.
Well, Kyle Schwarber just took the home run lead by 2 over Alvarez. So
Oh,
there goes the MLB Triple Crown. Trey Turner down the line.
well, for
God
the
dang.
moment.
Well, yeah, right. Yordan Alvarez is probably going to hit 4 a couple nights
Yeah.
here.
He'll be like, oh yeah, watch this.
Yeah. Silic says just treat it like another baseball game and just show the appreciation of the movie and the fans for the game. And I agree with that for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, just don't make it something more than it has to be.
yeah. And I think MLB too also doesn't want a ton of games here either because it only hosts 8,000 people.
Right.
Right? This isn't necessarily what you would call a quote unquote money grab, right? It holds 8,000 people in this stadium. So if you keep putting MLB games there, you're going to lose money over time.
Well, I think Netflix paid a pretty penny to broadcast these games, but yeah,
Oh, for sure.
in terms of tickets and merch, yeah, this is not exactly a banger.
Right.
Uh, but it is absolutely a unique one.
Yeah. Curtis says, I don't think it becomes gimmicky. In essence, it replaces the old Hall of Fame game from back in the days. Yeah, I agree with that. And
Yeah.
I think it is important for them to do a special event like this every year, right? Because you might have people that are fans of the Field of Dreams movie, right? Not necessarily baseball fans that like, oh, this
Sure.
might be cool. Let me check it out. Or, last year it got rained out, essentially, the Bristol game, right? We've talked about that. It
Oh
brought
yeah.
in a whole new demographic of fans there because it's like, man, I gotta go see what this looks like at a racetrack, right?
Yep.
Um,
But
so I think
notice they didn't go back there this year.
right,
So that
yeah.
tells me that it was cool, but it was probably not something they plan on doing a lot.
Well, and also, I I think if it's a sunny day, it might be different, right? Because I think the rain really put a damper on that entire event, and they
Yes.
tried to make it work, they just couldn't. But it is what it is.
Yep.
Silic says people say Ruth only struck out, walked, or hit a home run.
Hmm.
Sounds like they're talking about Kyle Schwarber. Yeah.
Well,
No
Babe
doubt.
Ruth wasn't built for speed. That's for sure.
No.
That is for sure.
God,
I
Phillies are
mean, the Phillies just like a bam, 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 little buzzsaw here.
yeah.
Luis Arise, as we said when he got traded there, Luis Arise is a dangerous piece for them to add. A high contact guy in the mix at the top. I think that changes a lot of things about that lineup.
Yeah, I wasn't, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't a huge fan of the move at first because
It's because you
of
hate contact, Nick. You just hate contact. You love this drop and drive strike out a ton.
oh yeah, that's exactly why I hated the move. No.
That's
I
Nick,
thought
all right.
I thought his bat would play in the lineup. I wasn't sure about the defensive shuffling. That's what I was kind
Yeah.
of more worried about than the bat. Yes, the bat fits, and obviously in an offensively structured league now, you're gonna structure your teams towards the offensive side of the game.
Yep.
But I mean, you put a Gold Glover and Bryson Stott over at third. He hasn't missed a beat over there.
He's
And
so
you,
good.
yeah, and you put Alec Boehm off third and put him at first. So yeah. I don't have a favorite baseball movie actually, even though A League of Their Own was shot here 35 years ago. Man, that's crazy. That I have so many. I don't know if I can pick a favorite baseball movie, but what are your top 5, Harrison. I know we've talked about it before in the past, but if you
Yeah.
could pick
So
5.
if I had to pick 5, my number one movie that I have to watch every year is Major League. I absolutely love that movie. And I know it's dumb, but I just love it. So for me, Major League is up there. I got to go Field of Dreams. I got to go for Love of the Game. I love Billy Chapel. I want to be Billy Chapel. Um, I would say Sandlot number 4. Ooh, and number 5. Hmm. That's a hard one. I guess if I like pick one right now on the spot, I would say League of Their Own is 5.
Yeah.
I don't love League of Their Own. I do like it a lot, but there's the other, like, I love The Natural. I love, Mr. 3000 is even kind of an interesting movie. It's cheesy,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess that would be my 5.
Yeah, I think for me, A League of Their Own is in the top 5 for me. I love that. Field of Dreams, obviously. Sandlot, obviously. Little Big League, love that
Huh.
movie. I love Little Big League.
Yeah.
And I mean, as cheesy as Rookie of the Year is, that one's up there for me too. But Major League is just it's in a league by itself, I think. And Euchre makes it. Wild Thing, Ricky Vaughn makes it. Like it just
Classic.
the casting in that movie is so good. But yeah,
I will say one movie that I'm almost like I shouldn't say that I'm ashamed to like it, but like I've always loved Angels in the Outfield. It is super cheesy,
yes, but it's
but
awesome.
I've always just loved that movie.
Yeah, a young Joseph Gordon-Levitt, man, insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bull Durham, obviously up there. There's a lot of great ones, but I do have movie trivia for us tonight, Harrison. I got 7 questions.
Oh,
I got some movie trivia, so I can pull it up at some point here, but or we can pull it up now. I don't really care since we're talking about it.
I was gonna say it's our show. We can do what the hell we want.
All right, let's pull it up right now here. All right, here we go. Trouble with a Curve. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
There's another one. What's the one
Oh,
where they?
Bull Durham. Yeah, I didn't even think about Bull
Yeah,
Durham.
yeah. All right, here we go.
Moneyball. That is a great one.
Oh,
I
obviously.
like I don't. To me, Moneyball is almost less about baseball and more about like the economics and kind of analysis of baseball. But I know it's still a baseball movie. But I love it for reasons like beyond just the baseball.
Yeah, Silix, Field of Dreams, Major League, Bull Durham, Sandlot, Bad News Bears.
Oh,
Yeah,
Bad News Bears. That's a classic too.
Hardball with Keanu Reeves. I love it when you call my Big Papa. Yeah,
yeah, I love The Rookie too. That's such a good movie, and I love the fact it's a real story too. I see you got Fever Pitch on there. That's a that's a classic Freddie Prinze Jr. chick flick.
No, that one's Jimmy Fallon. Summer Catch is Freddie Prinze Jr.
Summer Catch. That's right, not Fever Pitch. That's right. Jimmy Fallon's Fever Pitch. Summer Catch.
Yeah,
That's actually not. I actually kind of enjoyed the Summer Catch because it's looking at the Cape Cod League, which I know a couple guys that played in the Cape Cod League, and they're like, that movie is real. Like that is how it actually goes down.
And Jessica Biel also helps that movie as well. But anyways,
oh yeah, I was a huge fan of Jessica Biel when that movie came out.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Baseball movie trivia. Here we go. Which movie was based on a book that had a working title of The Kidnapping of J.D. Salinger?
I have to let chat get in on these two.
Yeah. But this was what the original title to this was going to be. And then the book was named something else.
Interesting.
And then the movie was based on that.
It's funny how these all come together.
Yeah.
I'm going to let, I'll send you some private chat answers, but I really want to hear what chat has to say on these.
Yeah. So I tried to get a little, I mean, not too obscure with these, but whoa. We don't talk about my woman, Jessica.
Isn't she technically Justin Timberlake's woman? Isn't that how that works now?
I mean, technically, but nothing's technically correct.
We could take him. Let's cut it out. I'm not afraid of him.
Yeah. So yeah, which movie was based on a book that had a working title of The Kidnapping of J.D. Salinger? Yes, it is Field of Dreams, Mike Reed. Yeah.
Yep.
So it was that was the original title, and then they just named it Shoeless Joe, the book, and then
Oh, I forgot about that.
it turned into Field of Dreams. So the reason um they didn't name it The Kidnapping of JD Salinger because they were worried about um of litigation because JD Salinger was actually the writer. So they didn't want to use his name in the title.
Oh,
So I learned that today. So pretty cool. All right.
that annoying law stuff
Yeah.
ruins everything.
Here's the next one. What is the name or nickname of the ball eating dog in the Sandlot?
Absolutely classic.
I'll take either one. Double points if you get both of them.
Oh, can I just give you both right now?
There's Marty's got it. The Beast is one. Yes, that's the name.
Yeah.
His actual name. Yep, the
So
Beast. That was his
the other,
nickname.
the other one's actually on his dog food bowl, right?
Yes, and then I think they put a shirt on him
Oh yeah,
later in the movie
you're
that
right.
has
They
his
do.
name on it.
God, I love that movie.
So good. I do have a couple Sandlot questions on here. So
Good. That's such a classic.
yep. Does anybody know what his
that
the
movie
Beast?
was my childhood.
Oh yeah, like dude, I came home from school, opened the door, threw my backpack in, got on my bike, went to my neighbor's house, and played baseball until it was dark.
Yeah, we had a field in my neighborhood, and we would all meet there after school all weekend, all summer. I mean, we used to. I probably took 100 swings a day all summer.
Easy.
Just
Yeah.
we would just play pickup games, home run derby, like you name it, we played it.
Yeah. Not Gunner. Gunner's not his real name. It's not Gunner. Has anybody got it?
Oh, 8 Men Out, Curtis. How did I not mention 8 Men Out?
Yeah.
Oh,
Disclaimer, I have not watched that.
what?
I have not seen 8 Men Out.
No, get out.
I haven't.
That is your homework assignment. You need to watch it. That movie is so
Okay.
good.
Well, that was me with The Scout last year. I had never seen The Scout.
Oh, with Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser, yeah.
I love that movie. It's weird. The movie's weird, but I love it.
Yeah.
Steve Nebraska.
Steve Nebraska. 81 pitches, 81 strikes, 27 strikeouts. There it is, Joseph. Hercules is correct. Yeah, the
There it
Beast
is.
or Hercules. There you go. All right, next one. Tom Hanks, Jimmy Dugan, character in A League of Their Own is loosely based off what two former players?
Oh man.
So they kind of took two players and mashed them together to get Jimmy Dugan's character. One actually managed in the women's league, and the other one was known for being kind of an alcoholic. So they kind of mashed the two together. Oh, the dog that Beast, like the real name of the dog, like the real name of the dog was Gunner. That's funny. I did not know that, Silix. So not the movie name, but like the real name of the dog was Gunner. Huh.
I'm pretty sure I know the first one. I don't think I know the second one.
Yes, that is the first one, Harrison.
And
yes, Double X is one. He's the one that managed the women's league as well. Nice job, Joseph.
Wasn't Double X also a drinker?
Yes, but they don't really, not as much as this other guy that they said that they kind of based his mannerisms off. So kind of like the backstory of Jimmy Dugan was Jimmy Fox. The other one holds a very, very exclusive record that probably won't be touched.
Okay, yeah. Now you say, I remember. I know who it is now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yep. You said it. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, it is Hack. Yep, Hack Wilson. Nice job. So Jimmy Fox, Hack Wilson, they kind of mashed those two guys together to spit out Jimmy Dugan. Pretty cool. All right. During the pool scene in The Sandlot, what is the song that immediately plays as Squints locks lips with Wendy Peppercorn?
Oh.
What is the song that immediately plays when he pulls her in for that good old steamy kiss?
It's like I'm singing it in my head.
Yeah. Yeah. So good. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's that scene is legendary.
Curtis said Squints and Yeah will be here in the next month for RaptorCon Festival. That's cool.
That is cool. I love the actor for Hamilton Porter, what was this? Patrick, what was his name? Rhea, or I
yeah,
can't.
Renna.
Thank you, Renna. His social media is actually pretty funny. He does like a lot of spoofs of his old characters, and he just recently got all the guys back together. They were all at some event. It's cool because he continues to honor the fact like we all know him for being him.
Yeah. I still love the meme where it's like it's him and Mike Trout, and it's like one's the greatest power hitter of all time, the other one's Mike Trout.
Yeah,
I still love that one. Yeah, sometimes YouTube is way behind Silix, but it's all good. We're good. Yeah, something by the Everly Brothers, and Silix got it. Yes, this magic moment. Yep, nice. All right. The Benchwarmers. In the movie Benchwarmers, John Heater's character said, "There must be steroids in what?"
Oh my goodness.
Because the whole quote is, he goes, "What are steroids?" And Rob Snyder goes, "It's something that makes your pee-pee smaller." And he goes, "Oh, there must be steroids in this." I love this movie. I was watching it this afternoon. It's so good, man. There's so many good one-liners in this. Reggie Jackson makes a cameo in this movie as they're just murdering mailboxes in the back of a truck with a bat.
Oh,
John.
This movie's so dumb.
It's so dumb, but it's so great.
It is. I can't remember what it was a food. I can't remember what it was because they make a joke about having it tonight or something like that.
Yes, there it is. It's macaroni. There must be steroids in macaroni. Yeah. Absolutely.
This is like the Napoleon Dynamite style humor of just like absurdly idiotic.
Yep. Well, and it's a Happy Madison production, so yeah, very much so. All right. In Little Big League, which two managers turned down the job offered by Billy because they didn't want to work for a kid?
Oh, I'm pretty sure. No.
It's like early on in the movie when Billy finds out he inherits the team, and it's before he becomes the manager because they try to find a manager before he actually takes the job. But which two managers does he say? Nope, not Sparky. One of them, we actually had two guys on here that talked about, he was a manager during the World Series that we talked about when we had two guests on, when we had Charlie and Marshall on. One of them was a manager in that series.
Oh, really? In this movie? I'm totally not remembering that right.
Yeah, I thought not Lou Piniella.
For some reason, I had LaRussa in mind.
Nope.
Who the hell?
I stumped him. Yes, Joseph Greer. It was Whitey Herzog and Bobby Valentine.
Oh, I don't remember Bobby Valentine at all.
Yeah, he says it really quickly.
Oh.
He goes, "I reached out to Whitey Herzog and Valentine, and they both declined it." That's the entire line. So it's like it's just thrown right in there. And then that's when the kids go, well, why don't you just do it, Billy? And then that's where it takes off from there. So nice job, Joseph Greer. And Curtis just got it too, Whitey. And Ed. Nice job, guys. Yep.
I was totally not remembering that correctly.
Yep. All right. This is the last one. I only had 7. In The Rookie, which real life player does he face for his first MLB at bat and strike out on 4 pitches?
I'm pretty sure I know this one. This one should not jump out as fast as it did. But I do love this movie.
Yes. Yep. It was him for sure. Yeah. So this is like movie / like actual baseball trivia, but pretty cool.
That's supposed to be one of like the best baseball stories ever.
Yeah, man. Just pitching against your high school team, and they're like, "Yo, coach, you're throwing like 98. Like, what are you doing?"
Let it rip, and he does. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, yeah, such a good movie.
I love when he goes to the tryout, and they're like, "At your age?"
Yeah, right. Yeah, it is Royce Clayton. Nice job, Silix. Yep, Royce Clayton for sure. Kirby Puckett, not a bad guess, but no, Jim Morris was well after Kirby Puckett. But
yes,
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's what I had for movie trivia. Just threw 7 together real quick. But yeah, I tried not to be like the mainstream, like, oh, who is the main character in A League of Their Own? You know, like try to get a little trickier ish with it, but you guys are too good anyway, so I can't get much past you guys. But all right, still got 5-1 Phillies here. Phillies are back at the dish. Do we want to get into this 4-out rule situation that happened in Toronto?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen so many people kind of talking about that, and I get the whole time play thing, but I still don't think anybody's got like a great explanation of it. I know why it happened, but it still like boggles my mind. That's a rule.
Well, so I explain it like this. Imagine if the guy on third base actually tagged up, right? Pretend that Anthony Siegler did everything legally, right? And the runner on first takes off. As soon as that ball is caught, it becomes a timing play. It's no longer a forced play. So Siegler tags up from third and scores before they double him off at first. The run would score, right? So since he didn't tag up and he went, that play still happens. They catch the ball, they throw him out at first. Innings over. That's 3 outs. Now, the Blue Jays would have to stay on the field and appeal to third base for the quote unquote 4th out. And since they abandoned the field, they don't get the chance to appeal. That's why the run scores, because they can't appeal the tag up play at third. That's the simplest way that I can explain it.
Yeah, but if they had recorded the 3rd out by force at third base, then the run wouldn't have scored, and innings over.
Right.
So it's because they didn't get the lead runner as the 3rd out that this happened.
Right. Yeah, if they throw the ball to third to get Siegler, it doesn't matter. 3 outs, innings over. You don't have. I mean, you can appeal to first base if you want to, but it doesn't do you anything. But that's the simplest way that I could break it down for you guys of how that rule would be implemented. And I guess as MLB managers should be doing is they've been pulling their entire teams in and explaining this rule to them and educating them on it. Because if there's a loophole, there's going to be a team that tries to do something like this. But
just trying to cause chaos.
Yeah, guaranteed every team is showing that play and being told to make sure you get the 4th out for future references, right? Or just get the guy out at third, right?
Exactly, just get the lead runner.
Yeah,
because we were always taught go get the lead runner. Like who cares with the guy at first base? Just get the lead runner. Yeah. But that wasn't a rule in high school and all that. Like There was no fourth out rule.
Yeah. But when then be now? What will then be now? Yesterday. Silly says yesterday. Yes.
Yep.
But yeah, that's the simplest way I can break down this play. But Star Wars is saying Twins will come back. Man, I hope so. I'm pulling for the Twins, man. They're not supposed to be here. They're not supposed to be in a wild card race. I want the Twins to be back. I want them in the playoffs. It'd be insane. I'm here for it. But
it would be crazy to see a team we all thought was like left for dead make the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the fourth out, it was wild. So it's happened a few times in MLB history. 1989, Mike Pagliarulo and was on third base, and there was a popped up bunt attempt, and he scored as they doubled the guy off at first that also took off. So it has happened in Major League history, obviously, or they wouldn't have this rule in place. But yeah, just kind of a wild play. It was funny because I'm watching the Red Sox game live, and the play happens, and I'm just like, what just happened? Then my phone just starts blowing up. All my friends are like, "Hey, are you watching this game? Hey, you watching this game?" They're like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Dude, I don't know. Like, give me a second. I'll call you back. Like, I got to figure it out myself." I had never seen it. It was wild, but always see something new. We say it every show, Harrison. Always something new every night.
We do, and like you sent me a text after the play happened. Like, have you seen this? And obviously, I couldn't see it because I'm blacked out from the Red Sox. But then I quickly jumped online to watch the replays, and I'm like, "Holy hell! Like, I've never heard of that in my life."
Yeah, and it's funny because they panned to Anthony Siegler in the field, and he knew the play because he was explaining it to everybody else in the infield. He's like, "Yeah, they can't get me out because they all walked off the field. Like, my run counts. They can't wave off the run."
Yeah, he was all over it. I mean, and Chad Tracy seemed to be all over it too, which I guess I'm not really surprised. Chad Tracy is a pretty smart baseball guy.
Right, John, any game you go to, you have a chance to see history.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter. It could be a Rockies against the White Sox, right? And you still have a chance to see history every game. Absolutely.
That was like us seeing Cedric Mullins randomly hit for the cycle against when at the game went to with the Orioles. It's like,
yeah, against the Pirates.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought we'd show up and see Cedric Mullins hit for the cycle? And like, until that Pirates fan behind us made the comment of he just needs the home run for the cycle, we were like, wait, what?
Yeah. Next pitch, he deposits it in the seats. It's crazy.
Right field, right over the scoreboard into the seating area. We're like, okay, there it is.
I just remember that too, because like she says it was a woman. She's just like, yeah, it just needs a home run for the cycle. He hits it, and everybody in the section just like turns to her and just looks at her for a second.
Yeah.
Like,
we're like, are you kidding?
Like, okay, Notre Dame. Like, what the heck, man?
That was crazy.
Insane. We need a Monty Python baseball movie.
It's merely a flesh wound. I could watch Monty Python all day. And like these guys in chat are talking about like Airplane. I friggin' love. I could watch Airplane all day.
Yep. So good.
It never gets old.
Rockies still have a ball club. Man, I'd hang tight on them in a couple of years, man. They might be all right. I mean, they're still not going to compete for an NL West title, but I don't think they're going to be the doormat that they have been. I think they're on an upwards trajectory too.
Yep.
That might be me being hopeful, but I can hope. Nola's looking pretty good tonight, man. Did you see Matt?
If he can get his command back, yeah. I mean, that's the thing that's been lacking for him since coming back, is he's just left a lot of pitches down the middle.
Yeah. Did you see Max Scherzer hit 3,000 innings today?
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, 3,000 career innings for Max Scherzer today against the Red Sox.
That's a lot of innings.
Yeah, it's a decent amount.
Did you when I jumped on, you were talking about Skeens and with the velocity drop and all that stuff. Did you see Kurt Schilling's comments yesterday?
Sort of, kind of. I forget
So,
what the actual quote was.
so Kurt Schilling had before the World Baseball Classic this year, he reminded people he said it. But when Paul Skeens first got called up, Kurt Schilling made the comment of, I watched the kid pitch. I've seen his mechanics. Once he gets over 400 innings, that arm will be toast. And here Paul Skeens is at 455 career innings, and his velo is gone. And Schilling came out yesterday and basically said, like, yeah, this is Tommy John. Like, that's the number one indicator of Tommy John is that unexplainable drop in velocity, because that tendon is just not doing its thing anymore. And he's kind of taking a victory lap. He's like, I called it. 400 innings was going to be the wall for this kid before his arm gave out, and it's gone. Like, he's like, he should go get the surgery right now, knowing baseball will be missed. Well, they'll miss most, if not all, of last year or next year. He should go get it now, miss the work stoppage, and then come back in 28 when we hopefully have baseball again.
Yeah, Schilling's the Roseanne Barr of baseball. Just saying.
I know, but every time he's made a call on a pitcher, he's been right.
He knows his stuff. That's what's crazy. He's just a dink, right?
But, yeah, and that was his whole thing. Like, you may not like what I have to say, but like, I did his job for a long time, and
yeah,
I got my arm cut open a few times. Like, I know the signs, and this is one of the signs.
Yeah, this just in. Kurt Schilling was a really freaking good pitcher.
And in October, he was different.
Yeah. I mean, crazy. You might not like what he says or his political views, whatever. You might not like him necessarily as a person, but man, you can't deny the talent on the field. I was just singing Bryson Stott's praises, and he just botches one down the line.
I'm not sure if he got caught on the in-between hop or if he just misread it. Yeah, he just kind of I think he just misread it. It had a little bit of side spin on it. He did not adjust for that. Well, that's one thing playing third base that takes a lot of experience is knowing that chopper coming at you is going to have side spin. And so if you think it's going to be here, you got to go like another inch and a half or two before you're actually going to find the ball, because it's going to keep moving away from you.
Oh yeah, it's hooking right down the line. Yeah. You know, the one I had the most trouble on is the liner right over my head. I never knew how fast it was coming. There were so many times I would go to jump for it, and I would just be up there for like too long because I jumped too early because I thought it was a screamer.
Oh, because you had that that 3 foot vertical leap too.
Right. But sometimes I just jumped way too early because I thought it was a screamer coming off the bat, and they got fisted, and I'm just like, oh.
It's a freaking changeup, and as you're coming down, it's coming over your head. You're trying to reach back up again.
Yeah.
I had that happen so many times. You get caught in between. I mean, I had one where thankfully, as I was coming down, I got it off the top of my glove and popped it up in the air. So I was able to get it to come back down to me. But so many times I would jump, and it's like a changeup, and I'm like, no, as I'm coming back down, it's going over my glove.
Yep. That was probably my hardest play playing third base, man. Everything else, I loved it because it's the one position that you don't look like a fool when you make an error, because most of the time they're absolute rockets.
Missiles.
Right? So it's just all reaction. I can't get in my head. It's just all reaction. But I love the hot corner.
That whole position is based on one step and a dive. That is literally your range.
Yeah.
Because unless you're at like a super high level, like you're not playing that deep at third usually. Yeah, I love to play a shallow third because I would get all the choppers across the middle before the shortstop could get them.
Yep.
So I tend to play like baseline and in. And I also felt like I could get a better read being a little bit closer. I mean, I could have played back and had more range, but in reality, like as a third baseman, if you get to that ball in the hole, your body's going way the wrong way to make that throw to first. It doesn't matter if you get it, because by the time you gather yourself and get a good throw off, you're not getting the guy at first.
No, I was the same way. I was on the grass or baseline. Two outs, I'd maybe be 2 steps behind the baseline, but I played that close all the time.
Yeah, I stole so many hits on those little choppers between like the pitcher's mound and third that would like almost die, or I could cut across the middle and get something, or step in a dive, you take something off, take something that's going down the line away because you could just get to it easy. But
yeah.
I loved that position because it was a laser beam, it was a bunt, it was a crazy like everything hit to third base was always weird.
Yeah.
Top spin ground balls, screaming liners, the liners that would hook down the line. Like it was never simple.
I love the slow rollers, man. That was my play. The left right throw, get it out.
Yep.
But We have a lot of third basemen in the chat here. Marty played in college, 75 to 77. Silix played a little bit of third. He was playing, ran after a foul ball, tripped, ball bounced off his head, and the shortstop caught it for an out. That's incredible. I played left center pine real deep myself. Oh, that's funny. Hardest field position besides catcher, in my opinion. It can be, but
yeah,
man, the good ones make it look easy, and I made it look easy. I mean, like guys like Nolan Arenado made it look easy. That's what I mean. But
I don't know, Nick. I saw you play. You're all right.
I was all right. I have pretty good hands for being as big as I was. I love that position, man. Even slow pitch softball. People are like, dude, what are you doing playing that close? Like you're even with the bag. I go, don't you worry about me. They're like, you're 60 feet away from these guys hitting rockets. I'm like, I know.
Yeah,
but
got it.
They're not going to get it by me.
I signed up for this shit, man. I get it.
Yeah. I go, they're not going to get it by me. They're like, you're not afraid to get it in the nuts? I go, no, I wear a cup. Like, and in other, like the bigger softball tournaments, Karen sewed a bleacher seat. She took the cushion of a bleacher seat and made it into a trapezoid and sewed it into an undershirt for me. So I had like I had a chest padding. I had a bleacher seat in my shirt that would help me like if I got it off the chest.
Oh,
like
yeah.
So like, yeah, man, I was even the bag slow pitch softball, but man. Yeah, play even with a bag, bad hops in the dirt. Absolutely. There's a field I played at growing up, man. If that, no matter where you were on the diamond, if the ground ball got to a third hop, you weren't catching it because it took such an extreme hop on the third bounce every single time. It was wild. You had to get it before the third bounce or you weren't fielding it.
Yeah.
So that's why just take it off the grass. The worst field I ever played at was Husson College in Bangor because they had the turf, but they never swept the dirt out of the cutoffs off the AstroTurf. So it was legit a ramp on the third base cutout, like a full on ramp, dude. Oh man, the craziest hop I've ever seen. Smooth ground ball, worm burner, hit that ramp, dude, up over my head, like not even off my chest, nothing, just over my head and into left field.
Yeah, I remember we were in the Legion state tournament, and one of the Manchester teams must have been Jutras Post. I forgot who won it that year. They had two guys. They had Quinney, who went to UMaine on a scholarship, and then Austin Wasserman, who went to University of New Orleans on a scholarship, ended up going to UConn. And then I think he played minor league ball for a couple of years, but I don't think he made it for any further than like A ball. But Austin was the leadoff guy, and he was obnoxious. He made contact with everything, and he hit everything hard. And I remember first batter of the game, second pitch, he hits this like 2-skip missile at me that I dove on like it was a grenade. Because like it's skipping on the grass. I have no idea where it's going. It's got wicked topspin on it. So I just like dove on it like it was a grenade, popped up and threw him out. And I remember as he ran back across to the dugout, he just kind of smiled at me. And then next to bat did the exact same thing. It's another just rocket at me. And I'm like, okay, dude, enough. Like, I got you out twice. Hit somebody else. Try somebody else. But he gave me this little smirk because it was a freaking rocket.
That's crazy. Marty, did you play at Rice? You said Rice University was a cow pasture. Is that where you played? You play a little D1? Incredible. Yeah, the Maine Black Bears were in the College World Series. I know a couple of the guys that were my mentors growing up and taught me how to pitch and play ball was on that World Series team. Rogers, wow, Mark Rogers, not our Mark Rogers, a different Mark Rogers, was a pitcher there, and he was incredible. He was a side armor that threw like 85, 90 miles an hour. He's crazy.
Yeah, Maine's had a lot of good baseball talent go through there. They just, unfortunately, had never had more than like 2 studs at a time. So that team's always struggled to be really, really good, but they've always been good.
Yes.
Oh, Sam Houston say that's a That's a good school, Marty.
Okay, nice.
They're good at most. They're good at when it comes to most sports.
Not me looking up your stats right now. Don't worry about it.
I know I've told the story on the podcast of Brian Wilson snapping that bat and launching into left field over my head. That was wild.
Yeah.
Those two-piece I hate those two-piece bats. I was so glad when they got rid of them. Those are such a terrible idea. I swung one once. I'm like, nope. Pass. Give me back my Omaha.
I love, man, the gold Omahas. Absolutely.
Yeah, gold Omahas. I missed the Copperhead. I loved the Copperhead. That thing was so. It also looked awesome because like the snake skin.
Could you?
I still got my gold Omaha on the wall over there. I love that.
I had, so my parents got me a connection, an Easton connection for Easter one year.
Oh yeah.
And I loved it. I got up, I had 5 hits with it. You know how many dents in the barrel I had? 5.
5.
I had to send it back, and I got the 777. The 777 had some pop too. But that's when we went to drop 3. My first 2 years in high school, no, first year, my freshman year, we were still drop 5 in high school.
Oh really? We were drop 3 right as soon as I got to high school.
Yeah,
we were drop 5 and drop 5 in my last year at Babe Ruth ball, but high school, as soon as I got to high school, it was drop 3.
Yeah.
Curtis Omaha, where's Peyton Manning?
Yeah, right.
The silver Easton with the green lettering, Ryan. That's a classic. That bat was like swinging literally like an untreated like steel bar, but
that thing was ridiculous.
Those things had no pop. They had no.
What about the reflexes? Did you ever hit with those? The Easton reflexes?
I maybe once.
Whoa, man.
Once I got on the Omaha train, I didn't get off of it, but I had a buddy that had one of those DeMarini Monstros, the single wall things. I was like, dude, you're gonna kill somebody with this thing.
The Easton
it was like a golf ball coming off of it.
Oh yeah, dude, the reflexes were nuts, and those things were crazy. You didn't have, I mean, any metal bat when we were playing, you didn't have to barrel it up and still hit it 350 feet.
Yeah,
but
yeah, what drove me crazy is like in high school, and probably true for you, like so many of the fields we played at didn't have fences.
Oh, see, a lot of ours did. Because I was in Class A. I was like,
we were Class L when I was there, which we were still considered a large school, although Pease Air Force Base had closed, and we were the smallest school in the conference. So there was a few fields that didn't have fences, so you hit a ball a mile and have to run your ass off to get the home run.
So this is actually really funny. I got to share this. Jason Wood from baseball bullpen sessions and clearing the bases, or romantic about baseball, just sends this meme in the chat. You ready for this, Harrison?
Yeah.
Nothing like a little irony here in Iowa. And a game built in part around the story of shoeless Joe Jackson and his second chance after being banned as a part of the Black Sox scandals. There are gambling ads in each outfield corner.
That's terrible.
Oh my God.
But again, welcome to Major League Baseball today. We're going to advertise gambling openly during this big event because why not? They're going to pay us. But then on one hand, we're going to put our hand out to collect the money. On the other hand, we're going to say gambling is bad.
My God, man, that is funny.
Scott, that silver Easton with the green lettering was the best bat at the time. But even 5 years later, that bat was so outdated.
Well, they had the black and gold one too around that time, right? Wasn't it the green and then also like that black and gold one? Yeah, those things were like lead pipes, man.
Yeah, I broke my favorite when I was 9, my first year of Little League. I had this like lucky bat I'd had for a couple years, and I broke it in the city tournament. Hit a single to center, like a bloop single, and I cracked it. And I was heartbroken. It was my favorite bat. It was like the only bat. I was 9, so like it was the only bat I'd ever like hit with in like real organized baseball that wasn't D-ball. And my grandfather mounted it, and it's actually a coat hanger out in my in my entryway. It's
That's
just
funny.
you mounted the bat, like you can see the crack and all.
Yeah.
It's friggin' awesome.
So we played Savannah College Art and Design at St. Joe's
Yeah.
in March. So these kids from Georgia, their spring training was to come north
That
for
makes
whatever
no
reason.
sense.
Whatever reason. Anyways, we were talking about before you came on about playing baseball in the snow. Well,
Oh yeah.
at St. Joe's, we were doing that. This team comes up, plays. We have 4 games against these guys, and they are these 5'8" left-handed black kids that were track stars playing baseball. I'm in on the grass. This kid drops the ball down in front of me, beats it out. I field it cleanly, throw it, safe. I take another step in. Next kid drops it down in front of me. I field it cleanly, throw to first, safe. Gets down. These kids are getting down the line in like that seems like 2.5, 3 seconds. Like it's wild. So I'm in. Like I'm almost like even with the pitcher at this point. Like I'm like 50 feet in. Next kid comes up, lefty, boom, right in front of me. Same thing, safe, bases loaded. This right-handed kid comes up, and I look at coach, and I go, "Where do you want me right now?" And he goes, "Stay right there." And I go, "Dude, what? I'm 50 feet away with a righty up." This kid gets sawed off, and the bat breaks, and not just breaks. I'm talking because it's snowing. It's actively snowing while this is all going down. Actively breaks. The barrel of the bat comes flying towards me at third base, 50 feet away, and I just like duck and cover. The ball trickles by me, and I just go, "Coach, you can take me out. Like I'm all set with this. Like I'm good. Like I don't need a metal bat coming at me, man." That I've never seen a metal bat shatter like that. Barrel of the bat right by my head, spinning, sharp shards flying everywhere.
Oh.
Like no thanks. No thanks. Take me out. I'm good. White flag.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, I haven't had a bat come that close. The one that Wilson snapped went like clear over my head into left field. Like it went way out. Like I wasn't at risk. I was just like, holy crap, how does that happen?
Damn. Minnesota came to play in Texas. Paul Molitor played shortstop for them. Damn, that's pretty cool. That's awesome.
Cool.
My sister had a Coke bottle power cell softball bat forever and used it till it finally exploded. Yeah.
Have you seen the baseball bat guys on Facebook?
Yeah, those guys hit missiles, dude.
But they also break a lot of like those bats that will like explode.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, he's hitting things at like 110 exit velo off of like a high school bat, but still like.
I'll tell you what, dude. As far as like social media baseball goes, like that, like I love watching him. His swing is gorgeous. He has got a phenomenal swing.
I love the leg kick and the timing of it because it's just perfect. Like the timing is perfect. The foot gets down, and then he just explodes on it. But he hits absolute rock.
Yeah. Yeah, and they go to Coors Field and they get to play at these like pretty awesome ballparks.
I love that field they go to, like it's at the grocery store in left field. He's putting the balls like up on the roof.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he hit some absolute shots. Yeah. But oh yeah, I've hit with wooden bats before for sure. Especially
we used to only take BP with wooden bats.
Yep.
And then you put a metal bat in your hand. And it's like, holy crap, this is really nice. I missed this.
Well, in college, we had the bamboo sticks inside. We used not the bamboo, but the composite. So they didn't. Love it. Yeah, you hit a ball.
Sanborn was all about those composite bats.
Oh God.
Which were also heavier. They were weird.
Yeah. He hit a ball 124 exit velo and 502 feet with a tank bat. Yeah,
Some of those bats are downright scary.
Every time I watch him, I want to go to the cages. No doubt, man. I just want to.
I want to go to a local field and just hit nukes.
It's crazy what that guy does. Yeah.
Makes me wonder, like, what I've never looked him up, but like, what is his backstory? Did he play any like minor league ball, or because he's got a nice swing?
Yeah, it's unreal. They came out to a park by me in Victor, Colorado that is over 9,000 feet of elevation, and some of the balls are still traveling.
I bet.
I can't imagine. Yeah, I think he was trying at Coors. He was trying to hit. I think 520 something. I think was the mark he was trying to hit. I can't remember if he got there or not. But all right, Twins. Here we go. Runner on second, bottom of the sixth. This Luke Keeschel kid's okay, huh?
Yeah, I like him a lot.
My coach would only let us practice with either wood or wood composite bat, so we'd focus on swings and not where the ball went. It works. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
does.
that's what composite and wood does. It teaches you to barrel it up, and you got
It
to hit
does,
the ball where it's pitched.
and it gives way better feedback
Yep.
than metal does. Because if you don't get it square on a wood bat, boy, do you feel it.
Have you swung these BB core bats, Harrison?
Yeah, I have.
I hate them. I think they're worse than metal bats. Some of them they've deadened so much
Yeah.
that I think they play worse than wood bats do. I think you almost get more pop out of a wood than you do these BB core composite bats.
Well, I feel like the BB core gives you the forgiveness of metal, but they've taken the pop out of it. And I think honestly, I do think some of those bats, like that height fire one, those things are, the face of those things is hot. But I think these true BB core bats are just kind of deadened versions of what we used to use.
I had never swung one until I started coaching middle school, like 5 or 6 years, or before I moved down here, a couple of years before I moved down in 2018. So 2016. So I was still playing baseball at the time.
Yep.
And I was like, hey, like guys, just throw me a few. I want to see what these feel like. Cause I'd never hit with them. And like I felt like I was squaring them up and hitting them hard because I still had a decent swing at the time. It was before I was all dilapidated and broken, right? And I'm like, man, I really got into that. And it's like 220 feet, maybe. Like it was on a line, but I didn't feel like it was like hit hard. It
Yeah.
just kind of like the ball goes out fast real quick, and then the ball just kind of like just like
It
change
just kind of
up.
like dies.
Yeah.
It
Was
doesn't it
really
doesn't
weird.
have the same jump off the face.
No. Um I want to see Stanton take roids for a whole year, give him the tank, put him in cores, and see what the records can be set. Dude,
They'd be finding that ball like a town over.
yeah. I'd rather use wood over BB core for sure. Now, like after I started swinging wood, like I really wish I had swung wood more growing up. I really do. Just
Yeah.
grew up on metal bats, but I really wish because I would have been even a better hitter going into college than I was if I trained with wood. But
Yeah,
okay, here we go. Michael
oh,
said the baseball bat bros guys. Will Taylor played D1 ball at University of Utah as a catcher.
got it. Makes sense because he's got a nice swing.
Yeah, crazy.
My after my junior year or sophomore and junior year or junior year and senior year of high school, I played in a because I needed one more league to play in over the summer. I played in a wooden bat league, and we played two. It was 2 games a week, and then we had like a batting practice, and it was all wood. Like couldn't even show up with a metal bat, and it was so much fun to go out there and just play wood bat only. And these are a lot of guys I was playing Legion ball with and travel ball with and high school ball with. Like, so it's a lot of the same guys just playing wood bat. What was amazing is the guys that were like, you would watch hit with metal bats that just killed everything. You'd see them go up there with wood and struggle.
Yeah,
And you could actually like see the guys whose swings were based on using a metal bat versus guys that actually made really good contact. And there was this one guy that I played with. He was a catcher. He went to, I can't remember what school he went to, but I swear to God, everything he hit was a home run. Like the dude just hit tanks. He could not hit with a wooden bat.
it's a
He couldn't
different
do it.
feel. It's a different feel in your hands.
He must have broken a bat a game. I mean, it was just ground outs and pop ups. Like he just couldn't get anything on it. But then you'd see him, 2 nights later, the metal bat hitting 400-foot home runs. But
Yeah.
he could not. The swing didn't translate.
Yeah. Yeah, Will and his brother are amazing athletes. Yeah, for sure. I mean, any D1 athlete, I don't care what sport you play, what gender you are, dude,
No,
you're good.
I am mesmerized by his swing on those videos. Like I see a video come up, like, yep, I'm watching this for sure. Probably want to watch it 3 times.
Yeah, and that's what I mean, man. It's just like like we were really good for the states that we came out of, right? Me,
Yeah,
Maine, I was top 20. You out of New Hampshire, probably top 20, right? Like in our classes, we were really damn good. My wake up call was my senior all-star game. I was just like, okay, dude. Like I'm not in a league of these guys playing D1. Like I'm just not, right? What I saw come out of the dugout on the other team, I was just like, okay. It's different. It's a different breed, D1 athletes for sure.
it is. It is, and I thankfully because of AAU ball, I got to travel a lot. I played in tournaments in Tennessee and Florida, so like I saw a lot of guys that went on to be pros. I played against them, and they're different. Like it's different when you get down there and you play the team, these like super teams out of California and Florida and North Carolina, and the way they warm up is different. Like you watch the way they warm up and you're like, oh wow, like this is
Yeah.
this is not the same. I mean, we came out of New England. We were the number 2 team in New England, and we were ranked number 5 in the country. Of course, how do you rank teams that have never played each other across the country? You just
Right.
it's like a power ranking. We beat some really good teams out of like Pennsylvania and New Jersey. We ran the Northeast, us and the Lightning, and we went down to the national tournament in Tennessee. And the first pitcher we faced at 15, the kid was throwing 97 with a curveball and a changeup. They were out of Lakeland, Florida, and our first batter strikes out on 3 pitches, comes back dugout and just goes, "Wow, guys, buckle in." Because
Yeah.
I mean, I think we lost that game like 3-2. It was a good game, but that was the wake up call that like this was different, and these kids are different.
Yeah. I never got the opportunity to really see that type of talent, other than just a couple guys here and there sprinkled in. But I've told this story on the show before, and it still blows my mind. Is Kevin 70 out of Sanford was my class. He gets up in the fourth inning or whatever, and he hits a ball to the shortstop, like right at his head, about glove height, and then the ball gets backspin and kind of shoots up and takes off into the left center gap after being on a line. Like it's hit it on a line, and then all of a sudden the ball just kind of catches and takes off into the gap. And everybody in the dugout stops and looks at each other, and we're like, did you guys just see that? Did you
Yeah.
you saw that, right? So it was like when you hit like a low drive in golf, and it
Yep.
just starts out low and then just it takes. The
Yep.
baseball did that, and I go, I have never seen that before in my life. Later in the game, he's playing right field. He's going down the line. It's like 3:30 down the line at Mansfield in Bangor. That's the Stephen King field. He
Oh
catches
yeah.
he catches a ball over his left shoulder, heading towards the corner, plants, and hoses the guy out, tagging from third to home without a hop from the right field corner. And I go, okay, like I'm just gonna pack up my bag and head out. I'll see you guys. I'm a head out. Like I'm good. Like I hit my senior year. My senior year, I hit 400. I had 7 home runs, 30 RBIs in a 16 game season. So like I was feeling pretty good going in there. I hit ninth in that lineup.
Yeah.
I was like,
Uh,
okay, yeah. The East was stacked that year. I mean, our class was really good. Greg
yeah.
Norton out of South Portland went to Maine. He threw like 94, 95. It was crazy.
Yeah. It's a different world when you get outside of New England. I mean, and there's so much like great talent in New England. Like, I mean, I played with a guy by the name of Nick Asselin. He went to Boston College. He actually struck out Manny Ortiz and Trot in a row in spring training because BC always played
Yeah, that's
the
right.
Sox. Nick Asselin, and kid threw absolute gas, um, but didn't make it. And I mean, I played with so many guys that were in that same boat of like just elite players in New England that didn't they weren't good enough. Like they just
Yeah.
couldn't get there.
Brandon says, sorry, just jumping on now. You guys played with wooden bats in high school? No, we didn't play with
No, they
wooden
wouldn't
bats
let
here,
us.
man. No, and I think it's a money thing in high school, right?
It
Because I
is.
mean, and that's all it is. It would be wood bats
Well,
if they didn't have to pay for all the broken ones,
and
right? And
they
that's what it is.
used to always try to tell us too as a safety thing. So they didn't want the broken bats flying around the infield because like we would ask like, are wooden bats allowed? And they every year they'd go to the principals association meeting and talk about wooden bats, and it was like, nope, don't want the cost, don't like the safety issues. Because there's some of us, like, I probably would have hit with a wooden bat over metal because I liked it better.
Yeah.
But I would have probably given up some distance, but I would have I think helped me long term.
Yeah. Well, and my dad's completely right. The feeling of a well hit ball
Oh,
off a wood bat's no better feeling.
it's
It's
amazing.
it's such a good feeling that you don't even feel it come off the bat. You just hear
It's
that loud crack, and it's
yeah.
incredible.
Oh, but if you get it a little bit off the label or towards the end, boy, do you feel that too,
Yeah.
in a way different way.
Yeah. Alec Boehm just hit a gap shot. There we go. Yeah.
Look at those flowing locks coming out of his helmet.
I know. It's crazy. Michael said, and I couldn't handle a 60-mile-an-hour pitch in Little League. You see why I decided to learn more about baseball history. I couldn't hit shit. Yeah, it's. I think it's definitely the cost, Brandon. Right? I mean, it's definitely. It was definitely the cost. Think about it. You have kids, at least on my team, that probably didn't even deserve to be on a baseball field, but we needed them to field a baseball team.
Oh yeah, every team had those 2 or 3 kids in your starting lineup that, like,
God, it's like, what
otherwise
do you?
that really probably shouldn't be there, but there was not a better option.
Yeah, we would have broken, no joke, probably 5 or 6 bats a game with the kids
Oh,
in our
easy.
lineup. They just, and you think even on the cheap side, these bats are what, $40 to $50. You might be able to get them in bulk for that.
Well, yeah, when we played, yeah, those bats are now $100.
It's crazy how much wooden bats are now. It blows, like a good wooden bat, like not
Yeah.
these cheap, like $25 ones you see at Dick's Sporting Goods that break when you swing them and not
No,
even hit anything.
these pro level bats, these are $250 plus bats. Like, they're expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, they all have the ink blot tests on them, and
Oh yeah,
you can tell how close the grains are.
well, because like I remember the days of like counting grains on the bat. When you go buy one, you got to count the grains. Like anything less than, was it 13 or 11? There's a magic number, like, was better wood, but you could feel the difference between a good wooden bat, and a bad wooden bat.
Yeah. I would love to try my hand in making bats. I think it'd be absolutely
That'd be
incredible.
so fun.
Yeah. But I don't know what I would call my brand. What would your bat brand be?
Hmm.
Do we just put our rounding third logo on it?
I mean, we could.
That'd be sick.
We could. It's the rounder.
The rounder.
Yep. Oh, did Marsh get all of that?
Yep, he
Dude,
did.
definitely on his front foot. There it goes. Bye.
Ball is flying to right field.
It is.
Huh?
He was out on his front foot too, and still just like scooped it.
Wow. Yep. Well, this game's about over.
Yeah. I always love these Rawlings, the big stick bats. Guys, it's like I still have a couple of them
Yeah.
with like game marks on them.
Yeah.
Like, I always loved the Rawlings. It was always my favorite.
Yeah, those are good ones. I had the Maracucci wooden ones I used for my men's league, I think.
Those are good bats.
Yeah.
Have you swung in one of these Invictus bats?
No, I have
These
not.
are awesome.
Are they good?
Yeah, these are awesome.
Yeah, I have.
Like,
I have
and
not.
like the way they're built, like the shine on them, they look pretty too.
Yeah. LaCase's bats are good. Have you ever swung one of
Jesse's
his?
bats. Jesse's. I ran across. He has the tent at all those different tournaments. They were down here for one, so actually I did run across them. The bats are beautiful.
Yeah.
I've never hit with one, but I've definitely seen them.
They've got good pop in them too. Yeah.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
So yeah,
So, like,
check
again,
that out.
Jesse being a baseball player, like, he knows what you want it to feel like.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know the story, so Jesse LaCase, we actually had on our show the beginning of last season when torpedo bats came through and they were like a thing.
When it blew up.
So Jesse was contracted by the New York Yankees to make the first prototype of the torpedo bat. And he made it, he sent it to them, and then they're like, oh yeah, we like it, but like tweak it a little bit this way. and he did. So he made the first torpedo bats for the New York Yankees, which was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
He came on, told us the whole story, how he makes the bats. And he's just a little wood shop up in Maine, and he just cranks them out. So what he does is he takes the billets and he makes the shape, and then he just sells the wood to Louisville Slugger, to Easton, to all these other places, and then they just paint it and stamp it. Like they don't even make half of them, like Jesse does. And then these other companies buy them, paint them, put their name on it, and sell it. Like
he sends them the kind of the raw wood, and they do all the finishing touches. But what's funny, I never noticed this, Nick. I'm on his website. I just put the link in chat. He's actually making a bat on the video on his site, and the bat is for Nick Mirabello. It's engraved.
Sick. Yeah.
So who's a classmate of ours also.
Yeah. I wanted him after the show to see if he could make one of his bats, but I wanted his legit signature on it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But
his bats are relatively affordable. He's like $100 a bat.
Yep. Yeah, depending on what
beautiful bats.
Yeah, they are. They're incredible.
And he's selling torpedo bats right off his website.
Yeah. I've never hit with one of those. Have you?
I've not. I've seen one up close. It just looks weird.
Yeah.
I wish I had Jesse's bats. Jesse's bats. Doo-doo-doo.
Yep.
Tater makes a nice bat. Louisville Sluggers have always been like classic. They were always when I was playing Louisville Slugger, they were so much more expensive than everybody else.
Yeah.
It's like I love the Rawlings bats because they were a little bit cheaper, but the quality was just as good. But I think now they're all so good it probably doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
The bat making process is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. But yeah, bamboo. Have you ever hit with bamboo? So they supposedly that doesn't break. It's like a cheat. So like our men's league, we couldn't use bamboo bats because they didn't break.
Interesting.
And they have more flex too.
Yeah, well, remember when maple bats were all the rage, but those things would like explode when they broke.
Yeah.
I mean, Barry Bonds, I think, made the maple bat popular, and when he didn't square one up, that bat would explode.
Yep. Maple ash is really good, but that's also like that can also shatter too. It's weird how these bats are breaking now, though. Have you seen how most of them break? Like they don't break at the handle much anymore. They break like the barrel like breaks in half.
Yeah. I feel like at one point there was an article that came out about that because what they're finding is a lot of guys are not getting jammed so much anymore. They're getting them towards the end of the bat, so it causes it to snap differently. It used to be that you got jammed and it broke, but now it's like a lot of guys are, because it's so much like drop and drive and lift, and they're trying to get ahead of the velocity. They're catching it off the end of the bat, which causes it to snap in a way different way.
Yeah. Yeah. Ryan says, Vic, this is what all the kids swing at the local collegiate wood bat league. Yeah. I said the Yankees need cricket bats because they couldn't hit water if they fell out of a boat.
There's that.
Yeah. 1-0 win for the Mariners over the Yankees today. It's just brutal. Crazy. Yeah.
I mean, granted, the Mariners can pitch a little bit, but still,
yeah,
that's rough.
So Marty says Hillerich and Brasby were my first wooden bats. I've never heard of those.
Good. I'm glad you, not just me, because I was like, I've never heard of that.
Oh, it's a Louisville Slugger kind of offshoot.
Oh, I got it.
Okay. Yeah. I think, if I'm reading that correctly. Yeah, crafted a bat for Louisville Slugger. So,
cool.
Established in 1856, so they've been around a while.
Yeah, a little bit.
Dang. I'll still never forget we had Baseball History Dork on here to talk about all the different kind of bats there has been through history. That show was hilarious because there were some
banana bat.
The banana bat is wild, man. Oh God, let me see if I can even find that in my drive here and bring it up. Like,
Oh, it's definitely
um,
there.
um,
It's probably farther back than we think too.
oh, we had the "Why is everybody red and blue" from Baseball History Dork. That wasn't it.
That was a good one.
Um, yeah. Nope. I gotta find him, man. Keep going. I'll find it.
It's fine. It's all good.
Oh, I think I might have just found it. Maybe. Thought I did. Forest bat presentation. Here we go. Found it.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah. Share
Here
that
we
bad
go.
boy. Some of these pictures are hilarious.
All right. You have the ring style bat. So this is a while ago, fellas and ladies. So the graphics are a little rough because Nick wasn't introduced to Canva yet. You can thank Harrison for introducing me to Canva, because now that's why our graphics look a little bit better than just a simple copy paste. But anyways, yeah, the ring
We've
style
come a long
bat,
way, baby.
we have, man. Like I said, don't go back and check out our earlier shows, please. Do yourself a favor. But anyways, ring style bat, 19th. Curtis, we'll get to this, but you're not far off from that statement.
Yeah, not exactly, but not that far off.
So the ring style bat, you can kind of see it there in the middle here. Just wild looking. So 1800s.
Yeah, looks like you got a bat weight on there.
We had the flat bat. It was legalized in the NL from 1885 to 1993. So one side of the bat was legit.
1885 to 1893, not 1993.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
Let's not confuse anybody. People can be like, "Wait, what? Did I miss that?"
Yeah, right. But a flat bat, imagine that. It's crazy. This is the banana bat, patented in 1890, and it was legal. Like, that's the craziest thing right here. I don't know. Yeah. I asked Forrest, like, what side of the bat do you hit with? Do you want the arc facing the pitcher? Do you want to hit with the hook in? I don't know. I don't swing with a hooked bat.
Looks like you want to like catch it in that little notch and flip and swing it like a high lie.
I guess, but that's a damn club. Yeah, it's like
it's weird.
I can't believe that this was actually Curtis. That's a damn club, for Christ's sakes.
And with that kind of like bending it, that thing must have broken easily. And not only that, but like making that must have been brutal.
Yeah. So this is another one. So you guys all know I had a huge wiffle ball field in my backyard, like 16-foot backstop that my dad helped. I come home and there's a wiffle ball bat with a 2-liter bottle duct taped around the end of the wiffle ball bat, but he's also got braces like inside the 2-liter bottle so it doesn't like collapse or lose air. And we would just launch wiffle balls with that thing. It was absolutely insane.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, they were hitting the lemon peel ball back then for sure. But yeah, it looks like a hurling bat. That's exactly pretty much what it is, essentially. Yeesh. They had the double knobbed handled bat. This is what Nap Lajoie supposedly swung. So kind of a knob halfway. I still don't know if that's between his hands or like you kind of like straddle that second knob
I think you use that to choke up. I feel like your hands are above both.
Yeah, probably. That's a good call.
Because most of those guys are slap hitters anyways.
Yeah. Here's the bottle bat. The bottle bat is crazy right here. 1913 to 1927. This one just looks like it's highly illegal.
Highly illegal. It weighs a ton.
Oh, yeah. It looks like legit a lead pipe.
Yeah, it looks like it weighs so much.
Yeah. And then the striped bat. This one's crazy. 1932. I can't remember if he said this was just painted or what, but it was striped for whatever reason. But yeah, bats didn't break. Dudes were throwing 47 miles an hour. That's facts. Yeah, and most of those guys swung 38-ounce bats. Yeah, absolute telephone poles they were swinging.
Yeah.
Yeah, haven't we seen something like that recently with someone who was protecting their thumb? Maybe. I know Ellie had that weird knob thing at the end of his bat that it was made, he had to take it off because it wasn't a natural part of the bat. It was like an extension that he put on the bottom. But it was supposed to like help protect his hamate and pinky and all that stuff at the bottom. But yeah. Then we had the table leg. I forgot that he did this one. Norm Cash as a joke went and grabbed the table leg as a bat against. Who was it? Who was it against? Failing Forrest.
He brought it up against one of the pitchers. Like, I'm not going to hit him anyway, so I'll bring the table leg. Who was it?
It was Nolan Ryan. It was Nolan Ryan.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
In the ninth inning of a no-hitter. Yep. That's what it was. And he's like, I'm not going to hit him anyway, so I might as well just try to use the table leg. Yeah. But yeah, that segment by Forrest was awesome. It was absolutely incredible. So yeah. So thank you, Baseball History Dork, if you're listening and watching for that segment. We brought it back. Pretty cool.
It was so awesome.
Yeah. And the comments when we went live were out of this world as he's explaining each bat. Oh my God.
It was kind of nuts.
Yeah. Oh, it's because we recorded it before and then played it live. So we were like there answering comments, and me and you couldn't stop. Like we were laughing. And then when we came back on, we could like barely hold it together because you guys.
It was so bad. It was.
Oh man.
Hilarious.
Yep. But man. Well, this game has been kind of a snooze fest here. Phillies just kind of
a couple of quick hitters, quick shots, and then that's it.
Yeah, top of the 8th here. Wow.
But that's kind of the Phillies for you, though. They kind of hit you quick.
Yep, I can.
And then it's a lot of nothing in between.
Do you think the Phillies have a legit shot this year? Do you think, I know we have said that their window has pretty much closed, but do you think it's still open a crack? Do you think they could do something here?
I'll never buy them as a legitimate threat. I just don't. I don't see it. I think that they're not built for the postseason. They're too streaky. They're too kind of, again, like quick hit. Like they come in, they might score in 2 innings. They just kind of hit you hard, and then they're gone. They're quiet.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's hard to put any faith in them.
Agreed.
But, yeah.
I don't buy them as a legitimate threat.
But I look at other teams in the NL, and I feel that way almost about everybody in the NL. Well, right? Like, I mean, yeah. Can the Braves stay healthy for another month and a half? I don't. I hope so, but do they? They haven't for the last 5 years. If the Diamondbacks sneak in, do they have a shot? I love them, but no. Do the Padres? No, definitely no faith there. Cubs, maybe. Do they have something cooking out there? Is that the team to knock off the Dodgers?
I feel like the Cubs could do it. They've got the firepower to do it. For them though, it's, you can't win 10 in a row, lose 10 in a row, win 10 in a row, lose 10 in a row, and give your fan base a lot of comfort that, you can go in and win the games when it matters. And I think that's the knock on the Phillies is they don't show up in the postseason. The knock on the Cubs is they are super streaky. Yeah. And they're not getting consistent contributions from guys. It's very much like these guys are ice cold, these guys are hot. Like they don't seem to all come together at the same time.
Yeah, they go where PCA goes, and that's why they're doing well right now. Is
They
because
kind of
PCA
they
is on
kind
a
of do.
bender. Yeah,
Bregman's been very much just okay there. I think they expected a lot more out of him.
yeah. It was funny because last night he hit 3 home runs, had 7 RBIs, and oh, update on Alex Bregman's season stats. He's got 3 home runs and 7 RBIs
Yeah.
on the year. I mean, he's been nothing. Yeah, watch
I mean,
out for the Cubbies. I want Donnie to get something.
Yeah.
I'm with you with Donnie for sure, but
I mean, Bregman is who he is. He's a 4 WAR player. The average isn't what it used to. The power is not quite what it used to be. He's still a very good third baseman, but he's not the guy you thought you were getting when you offered him that massive deal.
yeah. Milwaukee. Do we believe in them? I want to. I want to believe in Milwaukee, man, but it's just one series and out every year for the last 35 years. That's what they do.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They make the playoffs. They're like, oh, this is the year. They look good. Look at their regular season. Look how they play baseball. And then they just get smoked in the playoffs.
It's frustrating.
I don't understand. Like, when do you go for it? You're in the playoffs every single year, but you don't do enough to put yourself over the edge. You can't just be like, almost had it this year. Let's try again next year. At some point at the deadline, you got to be like, we got to go all in. Like, enough of this. It has been 35 years of making the playoffs and getting bounced.
Yeah, at some point you have to just do it. You got to just go for it. And
I don't know what you're waiting for.
They're just so risk averse, and I get it. Like small market, don't have the ability to take crazy risks. You can't necessarily recover from it. Fine, but like not even once you're going to make like a real run. You're just going to continue to kind of like nibble at it.
Well, but maybe that's it. Maybe you just hit the nail on the head, whether you meant to or not. Like, them being relevant every year is better than them going for it and then trying to have to rebuild to get back to that place that will take 10 to 15 years because of the market, right? So, I mean, maybe it is them like, hey, we can't do that because we need to stay relevant. We need to keep going. And if we do go all in, it's going to set us back 10 years. Maybe
their
that's
model is
the
built
issue.
on consistently having young guys in the pipeline to come up so they can keep payroll low so they can be in contention every year. And they look at it as, if we're in the playoffs every year, we've got a chance. And if we get enough chances, at some point, one of them's gonna go our way.
Yeah, I mean, that is baseball. It can happen. I hate to be like a bandwagon guy, but I'm not going to get on it until I see it happen. Right? Like, agreed. So with me, it's a faith thing for me.
Well, we said it last year. Like, there's nothing we want more than to see the Brewers go to the World Series, but there's also no team I trust less than the Brewers in the playoffs. I trust the Brewers in the playoffs like I trust gas station sushi. That's That's it. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, it's good to eat at the moment, but it's going to
let you down every time.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I hope. I mean, we were pulling last year for that Milwaukee Seattle World Series, so man. Sick. Just one of them was going to win their first title. That's what we were hoping for. Didn't happen.
It did not.
But
it did not, and it wasn't like it was a surprise that it didn't.
Right. But yeah. I like how the Twins, like, quote unquote throwback jerseys is like what they wear at home anyways. Like their jerseys haven't really changed.
When I turned this on, I'm like, wait, isn't that just their everyday jersey? I mean, it's barely any different.
Wow.
Yeah, do not let Kirkering feel the ball in front of the mound. If we've learned anything, don't let him feel the ball in front of the mound.
That was a great play.
It was. Realmuto can still throw it. He just can't hit it anymore. But yes, get Kirkering away from fielding that ball.
God,
that was sad. I felt bad for him.
God, that was so.
Like that was such a disaster of a
That
play,
was
but like you got to make it.
was was that to
It
lose the
was that was
series as
and
well?
that was at the
Yeah,
end.
that's right. God, man. Mariners are closer this year to playing in the Little League title than the World Series title. I'm sorry, man. You're boys. I wore the Seattle hat on Sunday in your support, John. Like you and Nico, both diehard Mariners fans. I wore the hat to support you guys, and man, it was it's been a
Yeah,
rough ride out
we're
there
trying
in
to offer you
Washington.
a like a support group of sorts.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt bad for him, but not the Phillies. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I can
100%.
get that, Michael.
I
Right?
mean,
For
he
sure.
had such a great
Like
start, and he was so good for them too all year, and then that's just such a bang bang like panic heat of the moment play, and it was so sad to see.
it's a do or die play
It is.
anyways, right? But still, like he rushed it. It's which it's easy for me to say here, but he's got all the pressure in the world crashing down on him, like closing in fast. It wasn't a routine play. It's not one he makes all the time. Like it was just tough. It was tough. But that's the worst thing about baseball that I hate, right? Is sometimes it's not the other team that beats you. It is
Yep.
you that beats
Yep.
you.
100%.
And that's what makes baseball so hard is half the losses that you accumulate in a season, you can go back to like two or three plays where it's like we beat
Yep.
ourselves in this game that attributed to this loss,
Yep. 100%.
right? Whether it's a ball you throw up the right field line, it's one you just whiff going down the left field line. Like, yeah, man, it's unforgiving.
It's rough.
That
It's
is
rough.
for sure. It's a 2-out walk that turns into a 5-run inning, right? Seen that numerous
It is a
times.
game that we talk about it all the time. It's a game of inches. It's a game of who gets the right bounce at the right time. That one pitch that misses the plate by a hair that ends up leading to a walk that starts a rally. Like it is an incredibly humbling game.
Yeah. I'm a Seattle sports fan. It comes with a territory of being picked nationwide to win and
But I
fall
mean, at least
flat.
you got the
Eesh.
Seahawks. I mean,
Yeah.
as a I'm in New England Patriots territory, so obviously going to the Super Bowl, nobody thought we were going to win because that Seahawks team was loaded. So at least you got
Right.
to enjoy that.
Yeah.
That was one of
Yeah.
it felt like
So
the AFC was just playing to see who was going to go get slaughtered by the Seahawks. Like it felt like you were just playing to see who was going to go get their head kicked in because nobody thought anybody was beating that team.
I still don't know how you turn around and not hand the ball off to Marshawn Lynch. I still don't
But we
understand
thank them
that.
for it all the time.
Is it me or is Nick audio and video not synced up? It might not be because I got Netflix going on the same computer, so I might be like a little bit delayed. In, I, it's, yeah, yeah, but yeah, I'm good.
Is it because Nick's mouth is working slower than his face? Like
That's
there
probably
can
it
be a
too, to
bit of
be
a
honest.
delay.
I didn't get a nap today. I didn't get a nap today, so
A
that's
nap. I
probably
didn't get
it.
a nap
It's just
today.
it's buffering. Yep. Um, I watched the Little League World Series regional game last night, and I think the umpires went to the Angel Hernandez Seeing Eye School for umpiring. The strike zone was horrendous. I felt so badly for the kids. They were being forced to swing at balls at least 6 inches off the plate. Now, Little League's tough, right? Because if you have I get this is a high level of Little League, but if you have an umpire that has a tight Little League zone, you are
Oh,
there
it's
for
awful.
10 hours. It's so I get it. But did you see the coach
Yeah,
get
because he
tossed
came out of the
today?
box again to talk to his hitter, and they tossed him because they had already warned him about it. It was the weirdest thing.
Well, well, I think he also did say something to the ump about the strike 3 call
He did.
earlier, but he
He
was
did,
just
but
like,
apparently they had warned him already not to leave the coaching box again and get so close to home plate, which he did. He also made a comment while he was there, and they're like, you know what? See ya. It was like the calmest ejection ever.
yeah.
The guy was kind of like, really? Okay. And he walked off the field.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you guys are all saying it's probably because I have the video
I mean,
playing in
you
the
look fine on
background.
my
Gonna
side.
be
So
completely honest. Yeah. Well, who knows? I mean, I could probably turn this game off. I mean, it's over. So
yeah,
we'll
but
we'll
now
see
that
if
you've said
that's
that,
any
it's not.
better.
It's going to get interesting.
Well, then I'll turn it back on. That's easy as that. But yeah. Anyways,
But I mean,
yeah,
I feel like every time I watch the Little League World Series and you watch strike zone, you're like, man, that's a generous strike zone. Then you think about it, it's like, well, yeah, it's Little League baseball. Like if you held to a tight strike zone, you'd have kids that after like 4 innings having to come out because of pitch counts. The games would go forever. There'd
yeah,
be a billion walks and no hits. Um, I feel like Little League and these I used to love it in Little League that the umpires would be like, all right, boys, big strike zone, they swing the bat. And it's like, that's what kids should be doing. Like, get out there and swing the bat. If you're standing there trying to work counts to take pitches to get walks, like you're too young for that crap. Go swing the bat, have fun. It's way more
yeah.
fun to swing the bat.
Yeah, Silic says parents and coaches are getting kicked out of Little League games at record highs across the country. It's really sad to
It's
see.
because the
And
parents are
I think for
jackasses.
me, well, and the parents have also paid, not saying that
Hmm.
this is right, but the parents have also paid buco bucks for their kids to play baseball now, right?
Yeah.
They have. How much does it cost to be on a travel team now? How much does it cost to be, playing baseball as much as these kids do now? I mean, it's $6,000 to $10,000 a summer they're
Have
dropping on
Have
these
you seen the
kids.
video trend that goes around? It's like Little League parents, and says something along the lines of, when you're swinging a car payment and carrying a bag of vacation around, I expect better than 0 from 3 out of you, Sonny, or something like that.
Yeah,
But I'm like, yeah, it's expensive. When you add up all the travel ball teams, I mean, Little League is one thing. Little League is, an inexpensive community based organization, but these kids aren't playing just Little League. They're playing 7 travel teams and fall ball. And I mean, I remember when I started playing travel ball, that gets expensive fast. Like I couldn't believe what
yeah,
my parents were paying for it. I mean, I look back, I'm like, man, I feel like that was such a huge waste of money. I loved it, but it's like what we spent on that was outrageous, and that was in, you know, the, that was in like 2000. What does it cost now?
yeah. Being in Maine, like I think I had the opportunity to try out. The Lightning was in like
Yeah,
its early. The Maine Lightning was in its early days, and I got an invite. I just never went to the tryout. I just didn't. I don't know. I wasn't really feeling it, and I was like, I love the teams
yep,
that I play on now. Like my Legion team was really freaking good. The year that Nova Seafood won the Nationals, we beat them every time we played them that year. Like our team was that good. We just lost to a couple others that
yep,
knocked us out of the tournament. But like we were really freaking good that year, and so like I had the competition. Like I was okay with being
yeah.
where I was. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's crazy. But yeah, there's no excuse for parents cursing and screaming at kids'
No, the
games, like at the umpires that are
the
volunteering,
videos are
most of
horrifying of the
them.
parents sitting behind home plate screaming at the
Gross.
umpires, "F you, you." It's like, really? These
It's
kids are
gross.
how old? Like, everybody take a chill pill. These kids are not old enough for this to be. You want to go to a major league game and talk like that? Fine. It's still ridiculous, but fine. But these are kids.
Yeah. I love the umpires that'll be like, "Hey, what team is your kid on?" And they point, and they're like, "All right, they
Yeah,
forfeit. I'm going
yeah.
home."
I love
And
that.
it's like, and then they're like, "Wait, what? Huh?" Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, the
crazy.
umpires that are like, I'm not. We're not resuming play until you're gone. And the
Yeah,
parents are like, ah! And then finally the parents go, get out of here. Like, we want to see the kids play.
yeah, exactly.
But
So,
parents ruin it. It's ego. It's living vicariously through their own kids because they didn't have that sort of thing when they were a kid. It's the cost, the stress. Like there's so many factors to it. But it's like, can you just go to your kid's game and enjoy it? I would have been
no.
so horrified if my parents were yelling like that at a game. I would have been screaming back at them to shut up and watch the game or go home.
Yeah, I think the only time I've ever heard my parents yell at a game was my game after Hadlocks. I went deep twice against Deering. I played him in Legion, not even a month later. I got hit in the head 3 times in the same game. That's the only time I've heard my parents like visibly like yell from the stands. Otherwise than that, they just sat there and watched the game. But that was the only time getting hit in the head 3 times in the same game.
And the best part about it is you felt nothing.
Well, yeah, I don't have anything in there to protect. So like half the time I didn't even.
It sounded like the crack of the bat. It was like a hollow ring.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh man, I remember I got hit in the helmet once. That's like a check yourself moment.
Yep. Yeah, one of them I got directly like flush with the ear hole.
Nice.
So it like really like rattled my head because it was just like that loud pop.
No, I pitched a lot, and I'd like to say that I never intentionally hit a kid, but I totally did. I intentionally hit a lot of kids.
So I had a kid I went deep, like way deep in one of the games, and I was pitching. I hit it probably 425, 430. And then the next at bat, I get a single. I'm on first, and there's a chopper hit over the pitcher's mound. So I go hard into second base. The shortstop comes across, and I spiked him by accident because he puts his foot right in front of the bag, and I slid into him. And the next time, the kid gets up, their third baseman, this big chubby kid gets up and points his bat straight at me. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And I knew the coach. I knew the coach from Edward Little who we were playing because he was my mentor all winter. So he knew what kind of player I was. And he's yelling at his player, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I drill him like right in the shoulder, rib cage, somewhere right in here. He gets on first base. I'm not even on the rubber, and he takes a primary lead like he's gonna do something about it. I do a slow pickoff move, and I get the ball back. He goes right back out before I'm on the rubber. The coach on the other team's already coming out the dugout to go get him as I pick him off from first base. The coach meets him at the pitcher's mound and just lays into the dude all the way back to the dugout. I mean, he's like, that's one of the best players in Maine, and you're just disrespecting him like that. He's like, you can sit on the bench the rest of the game. Nice try, man. I just giving him an. I
used to love. I didn't have a great pickoff move. I had quick feet, but I had an okay pickoff move. I used to love to pick them quick before I came set, as they were taking their lead and get their feet all tangled up. I picked off so many kids in high school who'd have their feet crossed up, and I'd watch them the first time they took their lead to see how they did, and then I would just like quick pick them, and I must have picked off a few kids a season, just quick picking them when they cross their feet up.
Yeah, no one knows how to properly take a lead in high school.
And when they turn and they walk off the bag and you pick them, they can't even turn back. Like I would have kids like they twist themselves into a pretzel and fall down.
Yep. All the time.
So easy. It was just, and I loved it when like I'd hit a kid, he'd go take a lead and I'd pick him off. It's like, talk about get like kicked when you're down.
Yeah. Why do I feel like this kid's last name was O'Doyle? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was just funny because I'm just like, dude, what you look like a clown.
I love those kids that would roll out there with like, they'd have the armbands and the glasses and the jewelry and all the accessories, and they sucked. And it was just so fun to pick on those kids. It's like, you look great, but you can't play, man. Like, find another sport.
Oh, dude. I had a shortstop in Legion that every time he committed an error, he was hurt.
Oh, I love that.
He would oh my God, dude. He would go down and grab his ankle and roll around and like, like the fake crying. And then he'd just be like, oh, like I fell on my shoulder. It's like, dude, it was a routine 6-3 put out. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? It was embarrassing, and I wasn't even involved in the play.
When I was a freshman, we had a shortstop, and I will not say his name because I still talk to him today. Loved him, but he was one of those kids like everything had to like look professional, like he had the hands flailing, and everything had to look great. And he would boot like half the balls hit to him. I swear to God. And he'd boot it, and he'd kind of flip his feet up and be like, "Oh man, yeah, I know what I did. I got it." And he'd go back and like he'd do it again. And you're like, "Stop it! Just feel the ball and throw it. Just feel the ball and throw it. Stop trying to look cool."
Yeah.
Oh.
The kid with the swag is
Oh,
always
God.
terrible. It's the kids with the holes in the cleats you need to pitch around.
Yeah.
1,000%, Ryan.
Yeah, I'll never forget the very
Yeah.
first, and you had it happen in college, I think. My very first varsity pitch, I faced the Gatorade Player of the Year from the prior year, and he hit a home run to center that I don't
Ugh.
think ever got more than 8 feet off the ground and sizzled at it as it went over my head. And I was like, and literally, the ball lands, he rounds the bases, the coach walks out and goes, "Hey, welcome to varsity, kid. Don't do it again." And went back to the dugout. And I was like, wow, that was a
I
leadoff hitter. I'm like,
ugh.
this is a leadoff hitter, and he just hit a 400-foot piss rod. Like, what am I gonna do next?
I have a welcome to varsity moment and I have a welcome to college moment. And my welcome to varsity moment, we're playing Deering my freshman year, right? I'm the first freshman to make varsity in quite some time. I'm on second base, bases loaded, bottom of the sixth inning, tie game against Deering, who has
Yeah,
won
they
back to
were a
back to
powder
back to
keg.
back to back to back state championship forever. I get picked off from second base to end the inning.
Oh no.
To end the inning
Oh
in the
no.
bottom of the sixth, I get picked off second base. Coach meets me at second base. I mean, like, I'm not even up from the dirt. And to make matters worse, I was DHing
Oh,
that
like, you
game.
got one job, man. One
So,
job.
like, one job, and I'm sitting on the bench, and I mean, we don't do that shit here, blah, blah. I mean, just laying into me. Meanwhile, our pitcher goes out, gets us a 1-2-3 inning. We're coming in to hit, still time get. He's still laying into me. I mean, nonstop, and I'm just like, holy cow! I'm 13 playing on
Oh
varsity.
God.
13. I was 13 years old when I started varsity, and he's just laying into me, dude. I mean, wow. And then I've told this story in college. We go to spring training, freshman year. We're playing Wesleyan, Ohio. They were ranked number 3 in the country in D3 baseball at the time. My parents and my uncle drove all the way from Maine all the way to Fort Myers. They took the 24-hour trip to get down there. They roll in the camper and they pull the chairs out just in time for me to come in out of the bullpen. I take my 8 warm-up tosses. My mom and dad put their chairs right behind the backstop. My first college pitch, boom, grand slam.
I love that story.
Yeah, grand slam. Oh my
And
God,
they
grand
folded the
slam.
chairs back up and got
I
back
get
in the car and left. We don't know this
yeah,
kid.
pretty much. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're here to see my son. That's not him. That's not him.
Yeah, he's a right
Yeah.
fielder.
I mean, it was
He's that
yeah.
Exley kid playing in the outfield.
Yeah, right. Yeah, X-Man. I love
Or
Exley, man. He was so
Benny
good.
Munoz over
But
first. Those two guys were so
yeah,
nice to me when I was a freshman.
yeah, they were good ball players too, man. But yeah, I got like one more out and gave up back-to-back doubles, and coach comes out. He's like, "Let's stick to infield." I go,
Yeah,
good
great
call.
choice, coach. That's why they pay you the big bucks.
Yeah, yeah. So
Oh
man,
God.
but wow. Has that game ended yet?
2 outs. Oh no, sorry,
In
that
the
was the
ninth?
third out. Yep. So third out, just recorded game over, 7-1.
Wow, crazy. So definitely not a close one like the other two were. The other
this
two
was
were a
not
lot closer.
super exciting game.
No, but man, well, this was a pretty awesome, just kind
Hang
of
on, we got to go
drop-in
through
show
chat
for
here for a
sure.
minute. Harrison Little League dugout sound
Okay.
like Pedro. So who do you want?
Yeah, right.
I mean, I may have done that before.
Yeah.
I may have gone to the guy and be like, "Hey, would you like me to hit him back?" Because of course, back then the pitcher hit.
Right.
You know, back in high school and all that, like pretty much I mean, your pitchers tend to be your better athletes, and they almost always hit. So
yeah,
I don't think we ever used the DH because most of our guys that pitched could really hit.
we used the DH to, like, if we had a really bad hitting fielder, that's where we used our DH.
Yeah, it makes sense.
We would like DH our right fielder, or
Yeah.
DH our valedictorian, who took 2 fly balls off the forehead in the same game.
Yeah.
Yeah, not good.
So like Scott, I told the coach that I wasn't going to pitch when he tried to bring me in. And he said I had to, and I said, "Nah, I'll play first or go home." I do remember
That's
a couple
awesome.
of times that they tried to get me to pitch, and I'm like, I don't know. Like I was a pitcher only because I could throw hard. I didn't really have great mechanics. I threw a fastball, curveball, changeup. The they weren't. Nothing was great. It was. I mean, I think my senior year, I was like 4-1 with like a 3 ERA, but the team was good. Like they'd score 5 runs. I only gave up 3, and I'd win a game. Like I didn't have to do a lot.
Dude, my pitching stats my senior year might be the craziest line you've ever heard. I was 0-10 with a sub 2.
Yeah, that sounds about right. When you're on a bad team, that's kind of how it works.
They were all unearned runs. 0
Oh,
and
gross.
10. 0 and 10.
How'd you get 10 decisions? How many did you pitch like every game?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there wasn't such thing as an innings count back then.
Oh, so we had limits like pretty. We could only pitch once a week.
No, that was it.
So we
Once a week.
that's it. We played Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and we could only pitch once a week. So me and Chris Anderson were the two. CA was our number one. I was the number two. He was a year behind me. He got drafted by the Twins. He's a kid I told you about that had the shoulder problems, and
Yeah.
he was nasty. Nasty. He was like 91 to 93, like nasty little slider change piece. He was a year behind me, and he was like my senior year. He was a junior. He was like 6-0 with like a .33 ERA. It was absurd.
Yeah.
And but so he'd pitch Monday, I'd pitch Wednesday, and then it was like, who can
Charlie
we find for
Holstaff.
Friday? Like,
Yeah. I
well,
mean,
but he and I couldn't pitch again. It's like if he went Monday, he still couldn't pitch on Friday. We were limited to that's not true. It was 7 innings a week. If we pitched more than 5, so the most we could pitch is 7 in a week. If we pitched more than 5, we couldn't come back that week, but we could finish the game we were in.
So it might have been something like that for us, but I don't think it was quite those parameters because, like, I remember pitching twice a week, and it could have been like we might have been Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday because we had some Saturday games mixed in there too during school.
Oh yeah, we only had Saturday games if something got like rained out and rescheduled.
So, I mean, there was a lot of time. Well, we started. Yeah, I don't even remember, but I just remember that being my line. But I think I was mostly like Monday, Saturday, and it's just. But I mean, it didn't matter if I let off the game with 3 innings where I could come back and pitch Monday.
Got it.
I was still losing the game because our guys couldn't catch the ball.
It didn't matter.
I had a catcher that I could throw a ball right down the middle and it'd go to the backstop somehow.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't good. I mean, and then when I wasn't pitching, I played every position but shortstop my senior year because nobody could catch or do anything. So they
Oh, wow.
literally just put me like whoever was going to get the most action, depending on who we were playing.
Yeah.
Like it was God, it was bad.
Yeah, my week was scripted. On Mondays I played third base because CA was pitching. On Wednesdays I pitched, and CA played first base because he had just pitched. On Fridays I played first base because I just pitched, and CA went back to the outfield. And we just rotated around every week.
Yeah. Not me. I had to play pretty much everywhere my senior year. It was not, it was, yeah. I got a first team utility because it was like I had to in order to get 3 outs in an inning. Like I had to be hit to me. Like that's how bad our team was. Yeah, Mets to ground like pitching by Nick.
Yeah.
That's what it was, man. It was not fun baseball to be in for sure. Yeah, Nick was Jacob DeGrom. Yeah. It was a tough senior year. It was real tough senior year. But like, yeah, it was so bad that our coach gave up on us pretty much halfway through the year and brought in another coach. Like,
Yikes.
to help him
That's
out. That's how bad it was. It was real bad.
Yes.
But,
Scott, this is a hell of a story. On a field with no fence, I hit a grand slam. That grand slam quickly became a 3-run single because I missed second base. That's rough. I remember a team we were playing. A kid hit a home run against off of one of the guys. I don't remember. I was playing third base, And I used to watch the guys going on the base to make sure I didn't miss the bag. And I remember at third base, he came by me and he was like making a face towards his dugout and was high fiving his coach. He missed third base. So I look at it, I look at our coach and I go, missed it. And he's like, okay. So ball goes back to the mound. We make the appeal. We get him out. Their coach at third loses his mind because, of course, like I think that was probably the first home run that kid had hit. It was such a huge deal, and we quickly took it away. But like he wasn't even close. The field ump was like, coach, it wasn't even close. Like he missed it by like a foot.
Yeah.
Like he stepped completely over it and kept going. But I used to watch it because we would get one or two a year, kids that would leave early, kids that would miss a base. It's like, and I get it. Like in the moment, it's, it's exciting. You're cranking, you misstep, but it's like, man, you got to hit the bases, guys. Like you got to hit the bases.
Yeah. I can see missing first base by accident, right? Getting caught up in like watching where it's going and stuff like that.
Well, and you're making that quick cut to make your turn. Like your feet can get weird around first base.
Yeah. So
Nick DeGrom.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
The thing about missing
pitching, I quit. Oh, sorry. I quit pitching after 13 years old. I focus on being a consistent threat at the plate instead. That sounds like a great plan.
Yep.
If you're good at something, stick with it. A lot of times your pitchers get picked because they've got good arms, not because they're pitchers.
Yeah.
They just can throw.
Yeah. I came up as a catcher. And as soon as I got onto the my probably 11-year-old year in Little League, they were like, why are you catching? You have the best arm in the league. Like you need to be on the mound. And I go, okay. And then it just kind of went from there. But I still love catching. It was easily my favorite position on the mound. As much as I love third base, I feel at home at third base. I also loved being in charge of the game behind the plate. Nothing like it.
Yeah. I caught for a year in Babe Ruth and I'm like, nope, not for me.
Really?
Yeah. Dude. Because we didn't. So Babe Ruth was the first year he went to the big field.
Yeah.
And we had nobody that could make that throw. They're like, well, why don't you do it? I'm like, okay. Like I enjoyed catching, but not for me.
Oh, loved it.
It's just brutal back there.
I loved when people try to run on me, man, and just hose them. Like,
no. Oh, I loved hosing runners, and I'd even like back pick guys because I had a really good arm, so like it was easy for me to do it. But just the abuse you take on the balls in the dirt, because of course on the first year on the big field, half the pitchers throw everything 55 feet. And, between the foul tips and the balls in the dirt and the getting baked in the sun and all that gear, I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm all set.
I loved it, man. Like, I'll never forget. I was like, after a Little League game, my dad brings me, like, we're going home. I think we're just going home. And he pulls over and parks. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, get out. And I'm like, okay. He's like, grab your glove. And we go onto the big field for the first time. He gets behind the plate and I'm standing on the mound and I go, Dad, why are you so far away? And I'm trying to make that throw from the mound to the first time I ever did that. I was like, holy cow, this is far. I'm 11 years old because I was at that weird spot. I was born in July. So like I was league rule 12, but I was actually only 11. Yeah. And I'm like, God, man, like you are so far away. But I adjusted quickly because after 6th grade, I grew a foot in a year and I've been this size since 7th grade pretty much. Yeah. So it's like
I'll never forget I hit a double in the right center gap one of my very first games in Babe Ruth on that big field. And I remember running down the line. And I'm like, why is first base not getting closer? Why is it not getting closer? And I'm like, I still got to go to second. Like that is so far away. I felt like I was running for like 15 minutes to get to second base because of, you're 12 or 13. Like that's a big field.
Yeah.
So, and it takes a good year or two for your body to like really grow into all that space. Those throws are so much longer. It felt like you were running for an hour to get to first base. Like it wasn't getting any closer.
Yeah. Yeah. I was lucky. I made that adjustment really quick. I remember trying out for, I played baseball all winter and I was one of the only guys in my hometown that got the opportunity to play all winter with Dale Plummer. He pitched in the minor league for the Mets and the Red Sox. He's a really big Maine staple for talent to come out of Maine. Mark Rogers, when he had him on, talked about Dale. He was a huge influence for me. And so I played all winter. So when I got to the big field for the first time for tryouts for Babe Ruth, I get up there, I take 4 swings, and all the coaches, and I'm just like gapping them, putting them off the fence, gapping them. And they're like, okay, we've seen enough. You don't belong here. Like, we're going to put you up to the 14, 16-year-old tryout. So I go, okay. And remember, I had just turned 12, right? So like, I'm like, okay, I get to that tryout, and they're like, okay, 3 swings, you're done. Okay, you can come back at 6. And I'm like, this is 3 tryouts. Like, what are you talking about? I played on the 16 and 18-year-old leagues when I was 12 because it was just, that was the only competition that could make me better, because there's no use of me going down and playing with everybody else and just torching them. So yeah, I played on that league for 2 summers until I was old enough to play Legion. And then, yeah, played Legion ball at, I think 15 was my first year, which was the youngest you could be at the time. But yeah, crazy.
Yeah, it's that big field was so weird the first time you ran out there, and you're like, wow, this thing is huge.
Yeah.
Like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah, it's still a very vivid memory for me. My dad's just like, yeah, get out there. And I'm just like, you're so far away. Like, this is crazy.
You get to the plate, you're like, man, I crushed that thing, and it lands like 100 feet shy of the fence. You're like, never mind. That 225-foot bomb was a home run last year.
Yeah, it barely left the dirt in the infield now.
It's like, it feels like a home run should be leaving the dirt.
Yeah. First time I ever hit on a big field, I was like, God, like, this ball's not going anywhere. Like, what the heck, man? That's crazy.
Like, I crushed that one, and it like drops
Yeah.
harmlessly into like shallow left. You're like, never mind.
Yeah, wild. But man, oh man. Do you have anything else to add for tonight? No, it's a little early usually, but
I know I enjoy the trip down memory lane.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I always love hearing the stories from everybody in the chat and going through our careers kind of roughly, but yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah.
So wait, Nick could have been Benito Arno.
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
For sure. Yeah. Yep.
So Lex, I put her position by far catcher's the most difficult. Yes. Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But yeah.
Scott, I'm glad I could really run. I never had a coach even thought about playing me at catcher. It was always shortstop and center field. Yeah. Your best athlete played shortstop and your fastest kid played center field. Like that was
it. Yeah.
Yep. Automatic.
I get it for sure.
Wait, is this? Hang on, Scott. Your first year trying for Babe Ruth baseball, the guy they had pitching during tryouts was Ron Bryant, the 1973 NL Cy Young Award winner.
That's crazy.
Huh. That's pretty wild.
I haven't asked you, did you guys talk owners and MLBPA yet? Did something else come out? Did I miss it?
I didn't see anything.
I didn't either.
Ivan, are you like Adam Scheftering us right now and breaking news on the show? I didn't see anything.
I haven't seen anything yet either. I mean, there's stuff there from last time. No, the last proposal I see, unless something like literally just dropped.
I mean, the MLBPA said over the weekend that they'll never accept any sort of salary cap.
Yeah,
but I don't think, to me, that was them stating the obvious. But
I can't find anything.
What do we got here? Yeah, I guess I'm not seeing any new news on that.
Rumor has it there might be a strike in 2027. Not sure if you guys heard that. Well, there can't be a strike if they're locked out, but I know what you're saying, Mr.
There
Clemens.
definitely won't be baseball, that's for sure.
Yeah, either way. I know what you're saying, but for sure. But
John Temple, Bruce Springsteen's warming up his rendition of "Glory Days."
yeah,
Oh,
we'll have to use it playing out, but probably get hit for copyright if we do that. So
I
let's
know
not.
that won't end well for us.
It's crazy. Even if we started singing it, we'd probably get hit for copyright. But
Yeah, it's not good.
oh no, I'm not announcing anything. I just logged on late and didn't know if you guys talked about it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think the only news was the MLBPA basically said over the weekend that, or not over the weekend, Monday maybe,
Yeah.
that they won't accept a salary cap of any sort.
Duh.
And in other news, water is still wet.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's posturing, but I still don't think. Oh, that's the new drop. The players are going to strike before the lockout.
Oh! I did not see that.
Gotcha. I didn't see that either.
They're gonna because so they can be in control.
That's really the only shot they have, right?
Yeah.
But would they do it before the season or would they do it after? It doesn't do any good if you do it after the season. Like, what's the point of striking after the season if you're just going to get locked out anyways? Is there any benefit to that? Like being the first one to, put up the wall, I guess?
I guess I don't know. I mean, if you strike, does that like freeze the CBA? Like, what does that mean?
I mean, they would pretty much have to start negotiating immediately, right? To try to
honestly,
work out something else.
But if the players strike, doesn't that open the door for replacement players? Because the players choose to walk away. Doesn't that let the owners bring in replacement players and play a season?
Yeah, absolutely. And probably with the current standings, if you're putting them on the Philadelphia Phillies, it's their team. So wherever the team standings are, they don't get locked. They could bring the players up from the minors that aren't in the MLBPA yet and throw them in and let's go. We'll finish out the season. Right? Huh. They could do that. Right? Because minor leaguers aren't in the MLBPA, right?
Correct. They're not.
So you could bring them up, not sign them to major league contracts because then they could pay union dues. They would be your replacement players, and you just finish out the season and then lock them out December 1st. So a strike literally does nothing in my eyes.
I mean, I guess it allows them to control the timing and do it when they want to. But yeah, I think you end up in the same place.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm not seeing that anywhere, but I would not be. I mean, I think the players don't care either way. Like, I think they're not gonna accept anything the owners recommend or propose. So
yeah, and I mean, they get bragging rights. That's pretty much all it boils down to, Michael, is we stepped away first. Like it doesn't do anything for the negotiations for me.
We called it, we got it on our terms. Okay. But I'm pretty sure if they strike, that does mean that Major League Baseball is still technically open. So you could go the replacement player route.
They already don't have fan support. Don't. If they strike, can you imagine the fan backlash if they don't finish this season? There is no way, if they have any type of public relation person in the MLBPA, can they allow the players to strike? They will have nothing with the fans. The fans will be completely done with them, more than they already are.
I'll be honest, as a fan, like if they do strike, then I hope MLB goes and finds replacement players and we have a season. I don't care if those guys come back or not. I just want baseball.
Yeah. I'm with you. Give me new names we can talk about, because guys will emerge out of that.
They just like the last time, in that strike in '94, we had guys that emerged.
Yeah.
that ended up on major league rosters afterwards.
And just like Barry Bonds wasn't even in the MLBPA. That's why he was never in video games.
Yeah. Well, that's
Right?
like, Kevin
There's
Millar
guys that aren't.
was a guy that played as a replacement player, went on to have a pretty good career.
If they
Like, yeah,
strike, I
let
see MLB contracts plummet. Yeah.
let them strike. Go sit at home. Bring us replacement players, and we'll learn about who's going to be the next, big name. Names will come out. There's so many guys in the minors, and I forget who said it on one of the shows. We were talking to one of the guys from the minors who said might have even been I it was either Rob, maybe it was, I don't remember who it was, but had made the comment of like, there's so many guys in Double A and Triple A that belong in MLB. There's just no spot for them. Like,
Right.
they have the talent to be there. You're not that far away.
Yeah.
There's just not a spot.
I think it was Robert, right? Was it Robert
I think it might have been
Gillum?
Robert saying like the
Robert
gap
Gillum.
wasn't that big.
Yeah. Yeah. There's not going to be a strike. Please don't follow the trust me, bro, fake pages on Twitter. Yeah. Yeah. There's just, if they do, which I'm not going to put anything past the players and the Players Association at this point. If they do, it would be the dumbest thing going into negotiations they could do because they do not have the upper hand right now. They don't. Public opinion is on the owner's side, which I never thought in a million years would ever happen. But the owners at this point are the only ones being like anywhere near realistic about this and actually offering things to change, things to make it better. And the players are just like, no, thank you. And then not giving anything back.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of don't care if they want to strike and walk away, then so be it. We'll just, there'll be baseball with different names. And, like Ivan's saying, minor leaguers or replacement players will provide parity for the league. Yeah. Rockies and Royals will have a shot. Minor league games are so fun to go and watch and a lot cheaper. MLB doesn't have to charge you $100 a ticket when they're paying the guys next to nothing.
Right.
You can get in for a lot cheaper and catch a game. And honestly, the quality of play between major leaguers and guys in AAA and AA is not a huge drop off. Yeah. Do you have Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani? No. But you got other guys that'll emerge and hit bombs and throw hard. And those guys are out there. I feel like the major leaguers are so overvaluing themselves, thinking that they're irreplaceable. I think they're going to find out pretty quick they're replaceable.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't think a lot of fans are going to be heartbroken about it.
Not at this point. They can't strike. I mean, for their sake. Not saying they won't, but I just, man, oh man, if they do, players are in trouble.
Yeah. I hope I'd love to see them do it because I don't think it's going to end well for them. They don't have the support.
It just doesn't do anything for negotiations either, though. Like, it just shows that you're not willing to like compromise at all.
It's like, it's one of those, like, I've got this grenade and I'm going to pull the pin early on you. See what I did there? We're still going to blow up, but I pulled the pin early. I win.
Yeah.
I'm guaranteeing our destruction.
Crazy.
It's dumb.
Yeah. But the cap shouldn't even be a problem because the proposed cap is supposedly ridiculously high. The floor is something that players could work from and make more money when younger. Yeah. I mean, legit, the first proposed floor was 174 million. That's higher than it's like higher than 20 of the team's payrolls right now. So like there's money to be had. I don't understand this. I think it kind of boils down to is stars don't want to go to Miami. Stars don't want to go to Kansas City. Stars don't want to go to Colorado. You're right. They don't want to go to these lesser market teams, but that's where they're going to be forced to go if they want their big contracts. But that's what the league wants if you want parity. So you've got to spread these stars out. So, yeah, crazy. Scott's asking, can I still throw a strike? Yeah, maybe on a bowling lane if I'm lucky with the bumpers up. That's about it. I can't throw a ball overhand anymore. My shoulder's shot. But
like I can still throw a strike, but I probably wouldn't feel great tomorrow.
Oh, there's no doubt. I could throw one in there, like if you put me in the bottom of the ninth as a position player and lob one over at 35 miles an hour. I can do that, no doubt. That'd be a strike, but yeah, no.
And still looks right. I want to say that the proposed cap and floor, there were like 16 teams under the floor and like 5 over the cap. And teams were under the floor by more than they were over the cap. So in the end, it was actually an overall positive to payroll, but I don't think the players just conceptually will never agree to anything they feel limits them.
But essentially, a luxury tax does limit them because there's only 2 teams that they can go to. Right?
Yes.
The other 28 are essentially capped. Right? The luxury tax is a cap for those 28 other teams because they're like, "Hey, we can't pay the penalty over there." So that's our cap. Luxury tax and a salary cap is essentially the same thing. But there's only 2 teams, the Mets and the Dodgers, that can really spend over that without a ton of penalty. Yes.
Yeah, I mean
the Yankees, Red Sox can too as well. I
yeah,
get
and
it,
they consistently spend over it, but not to the same level. Like
no.
It's different.
Yeah. So yeah. I don't know. But
Brandon, I threw with my kid maybe 5 years ago, and he was bragging about how far he was throwing it. I told him move way back, and I let it go. My arm doesn't work anymore since that day.
yeah. Dang. But all right.
Oh,
well, I got nothing else. Do you have anything else, Harrison?
That's all she wrote.
All right. Guys, thanks for an incredible show again. You guys, episode after episode, come back, talk ball. It's always incredible to have you guys come back show after show, and really appreciate the support. Harrison and I are working on something big. I'm going to keep teasing this until we get it done. We're going to put in some big work tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that and can't wait till we get it to a point where we can drop it all to you guys. So I'll leave that little hint in there, but it's going to be pretty dang awesome when we're finished with it. But so hang tight. It's going to take us a little bit, but when it drops, it's going to be pretty dang phenomenal. But until then, enjoy your weekends. Hope your teams do well, except for the Dodgers. We'll see you Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a good weekend.
See ya.